Lag. Welcome to the Albrecht Road. I am Jordan, and today we're gonna watch some Michael Tracey, like a more recent Michael Tracey, after the 3 million plus document drop of Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm curious what him and Dick Hernia have to say about it. But first, do not forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. All opinions are welcome. I promise you, all opinions are welcome. So please join up. Also, everything I show you will be linked in that same description box for you to look at on your own and come up with your own opinion and judgment and all that shit. Let's get started. Before we get to the Michael Tracey video, let's start here. Yes, here. Now this is just like give you like a kind of a pretense before we get to the actual Michael Tracey video, where he's probably going to dismiss everything from the Epstein files. He's probably going to dismiss like all of it. Meanwhile, you can see FBI on record protecting former U.S. presidents, Secretary of State or states, maybe it's a bigger thing than just one person, and high-profile celebrities, meaning like, hey, Michael, when people were complaining about getting these files out, you can't just dismiss them because like, oh no, they're all just like, abusing Epstein or they're taking advantage, they're extorting Jeffrey Epstein. When you have bigger connections like this within these files, I mean, they're there. I've unless they're all fake, they're there. And him just like out of hand, just like dismissing them is to me batshit crazy. As you can see here, actually, damn, you can't even see it. Let me do this. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a little bit. Hello. Try this. There we go. You can see right here, IMD RIDS, I don't know what that means, needs clear and specific guidance to redact. Okay, so this is about like, hey guys, like not everything the computer can like handle. So like there's manual things to do in regards to these files and redacting them. So like, hey, what are the structures and rubrics to follow in regards to redacting names? You can see here, needs clear and specific guidance to redact those photographs. Some photographs depict victims, unidentified females and males, former U.S. presidents, Secretary of State, and other celebrities. And us seeing that alone is enough to be like, oh, so you're like kind of like hiding things. Now, that does not mean that they're all guilty of something. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this is not what people were asking for when it came to releasing these files. Out like straight up. And if you don't have that information, if maybe there is something criminal, blatantly criminal, if that's there and you're hiding it, and Michael Tracey saying like, no, there's nothing there, without the evidence, I call that batshit crazy. But then again, it is Michael Sweaty Tracey. Here's something from Michael actually. You see this, right? He said, oh, it's like a joke, right, of British language. But you can see the guy saying, I'm sorry, because one of his appointees, this Mendelsohn guy right here, was in the files, had to resign. His picture was, at the very least, right? Him in his underwear with some lady who's redacted. Her face is redacted. And for some reason, Michael Tracey's like, oh, whatever. It's like, no, isn't that important in regards to like what Epstein was convicted of and also what he was accused of? So like anyone sexually involved around that guy should be important, but not to Michael Tracey, not to him. Let's continue. And this one's like very, to me, most people would be like, yo, you're a weirdo, or you have some sort of sexual shit going on with you or something like that. This is where people would be saying that. You can see here, it says, if any sexual contact with persons aged 16 or 17 is now presumptively considered pedophilia, quote unquote, it's really strange that 37 states have chosen to illegally enable pedophilia. And I was like, but you get what people mean though, Michael Tracey, right? It's the idea isn't like some 18, maybe 19-year-old with a 17, 18-year-old, or a 19-year-old with a fucking 16, 17-year-old that they were dating in high school or some shit like that, right? The Romeo and Juliet laws, as far as Josh told me. That's different than like an actual like older man in his 50s procuring young girls, like actually scouting them out and picking them up to not just use for himself, but with others. And to the extent of where that's being used, I mean, we're still trying to find like information about that, right? Was it like, hey, while you're with this underage girl, we're going to take pictures of you? And also, for me at least, my major point was not about 16 or 17. It could be 19 or 21 years old. The point is that they're being taken advantage of and trafficked, possibly, to other people. And to me, that's a fucking problem and a crime. And anyone involved in that, it should be pointed out, I think. And that was the point of these fucking files in the first place. But Michael's like, well, actually, in some states, 16 is legal. Hey, in fucking medieval times, they were married to 13-year-olds. Okay? Were they married against their will? Boy or girl, doesn't matter. Were they being owned by someone else or manipulated by someone else? Michael seems to not care about that. He's looking for like lawful technicalities as a defense of what the fuck the Epstein files were or what the idea of Epstein was about. He's not going after the idea. He's going after technicalities. And I'm like, yo, are you Alan? Like, you might as well be Alan Dershowitz. Seriously. Or a PR guy. I'll just finish this sentence here. Do you live, for example, in Maryland or Nebraska? If so, you're in the midst of an ongoing pedo crime spree. And he's doing that, obviously, facetiously, to kind of mock, like, hey, guys, do you really care about age, huh? Well, look at your laws. Look at this. Meanwhile, it's like, people don't think that way, Michael. Go outside sometimes, man. Anyways, I just wanted to, like, kind of precursor this video with all of that to see where he goes after the revelations of the 3 million new Epstein files that, let me tell you, there's some fucking dirt in there. There is. It's fucking dirty. A lot of things are dirty. A lot of things like sound like outside of like sexual allegations. Some things look like almost like talking about murder. Or and I'm not even like trying. Like once again, I try to be fair. I'm not trying to exaggerate. Like I truly believe some of these things sound like some sort of murder or something like that happened, possibly. Either way, it begs for investigation. And Michael's like poo-pooing all of it and saying, no, there's nothing here. What are we talking about? After I looked at the grand jury transcripts, there's nothing here. After I listened to Ghislaine Maxwell's testimony, there's nothing here. That's his fucking explanation. And it's like, yo, you're a journalist? Are you sure about that? Fuck out of here. Either way, let's get to this. I'll turn on closed caption. Here's Michael Tracey with...
After I spoke to her brother, she's totally innocent. It's like... After I went to her grandmother's house and we had tea together and cookies, and she showed me her baby pictures, yeah. Ghislaine seems like a really good person. It's like, sorry.
I was not a witness to rape, so there was no rape. Duh. I didn't see it with my own eyes, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Thank you, investigative journalist Michael Tracey. Way to think on your
Truly.
feet, you sweaty fuckface. God. Either way, here's Michael Tracey with Dick Hernia. It's raining Epstein files. Hallelujah. Obviously facetious and mocking. Here we go.
Remember when we disappeared when Ukraine retook the northeast of the country?
This fool's
and
like
people
Dracula's
thought
grandson
that
or
we
something.
had died in
It's
shame.
crazy.
I don't remember you disappearing, but I do remember in early September of 2022, I took one of my intermittent reprieves from the internet /X. I do it a couple times a year, and it was so funny.
I was suspended at the time, remember? I got suspended for
Oh, yeah.
You were not starting this way, where you're like, I don't need your reasons or excuses or ideas of why you weren't on the internet when these files came out, why you took a sabbatical, I guess, from the internet for a little bit. I don't need that excuse. I don't need to hear that. You're arguing with numbskulls at that point. Go to the real points that people are actually making. But either way, here we go. Christ,
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
We were suspended at the same time, and we didn't post for a few days each of us.
I was never suspended.
Yeah, I know.
It was voluntary for me. It was a voluntary break for me. And it was so funny because like when I came back a couple days later, I was inundated with accusations that I was so ashamed
Yes.
of my
Why are you addressing
underappreciation
this?
of
Why?
Ukraine's military prowess that I was slinking away and maybe even killing myself because I just could not handle the new military
He's like
reality.
strawmanning the actual
And it was
topic
something
itself.
similar this time. I mean, look, I don't know why this makes people go so crazy. Every now and then, I'm off the
now he's
internet for like
gaslighting,
maybe
by the
3
way.
or
Now
4
he's
days. Like I
gaslighting.
wasn't really that long, and I got swamped with people whom I both know personally and also obviously thousands of strangers.
Michael, you dishonest little fuckface. This is dishonest. You know, like he knows what he's been saying out loud. He knows that. He knows, like he has to know that, right? Like what it looks like when he says it out loud. Like, are you baiting people to be like, hey, oh my god, I never, I put this out there, but then when someone reacts to it, like, excuse me, I never said that. How dare you? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. He's gaslighting and baiting, I think, because that's ridiculous. Like, your premise, Michael, is that Epstein got taken advantage of by these underage girls when they lied about their age to get fucking mall money. Is essentially like basically part of your premise, or at the core of your premise.
Wait, who's defending Epstein? What the hell?
This Michael Tracey, like, I mean, I'll be fair, right? I can't say he's defending Epstein, but like, it looks that way. It looks that way for
Are you
sure.
talking about the guy with the glasses or the
Yes.
one on the?
Actually, both,
Yeah.
both. But the guy with the glasses is like, he's extra.
Yeah, he looks like one of those.
See, like when he wants that, he wants you to say that. That's what I'm saying, Chip. He wants you to say that. She'll be like, "Oh, see what? I'm a pedophile now because I'm looking for the truth." Like he'll do that shit, dude. He's been doing it for like.
Yeah, because
years now?
he's on the internet in a room. He's very safe. Let him dare say that in public where people are around. I
He
dare
has,
you
and he's
say
been
that in public.
He has, and he's been accosted for it, for his truth telling journalism. He's been accosted for it.
Yeah, he's been accosted around the fucking. He's brave enough to say it around the fucking right people. Say that around the wrong people.
Well, that's another story. But either way, this sweaty little fuckface. I swear to
I feel
God,
like he's
dude.
always in a different hotel or something.
They should get a hold of his.
Like the generic
Is he
art behind
Jordan
him.
Sheridan?
They should get a hold of his hard drive and ask him what's up.
Yeah, it's very like Marriott looking art. I don't know.
Right?
Very-
It's like, where are you?
Yeah.
The Hyatt? Like, where are you at? Let me see the room.
Maybe he
That
likes
art behind
Where's
him.
the door?
That giveaway.
maybe he likes some vanilla paint and royalty free paintings.
Nondescript art. Yeah.
Yeah, that art.
So, but no, like Michael, like don't pretend like you're not out there baiting people with some of your takes. At the very least, right?
Yeah.
That's the most like charity I can give is that he's baiting people to get them to react and then react to him, right? And then he's like,
Yeah, and then
I
acting
never
weird.
said that, huh?
Like, I took a little vacation. I'm at the Motel 6 or wherever the fuck he is. You know?
And it's like,
It's
what?
weird.
Why is your point to go after the guys that are come up with the wildest theories? Why is that your point? I thought the point is like, what happened, right? As a quote unquote journalist, the point is like, yo, what happened? Let me like follow leads. Let me hear out the social consciousness of like, what are people saying about this? And yeah, sure, people are going to say like, oh, well, it's aliens that were. Epstein was an alien abducting young girls to impregnate them with alien babies to spread them across the earth. Like, right? Where it's like, okay, sure, okay, say that. But like, I'm going to focus on like, hey, there's an email here that says something about killing or raping or 11-year-olds or 10-year-olds. Like maybe that's pertinent to look into as a journalist. But instead he skips those to deal with the guys that are just straight up just calling him a pedophile, right? I'm not a pedophile. Where's your evidence? Huh? Where's your evidence? Right? It's like every time I make a good point, these guys respond with, you're a pedophile. See? Look, got him. Meanwhile, like people that have like actual, quote unquote, rational responses and rebuttals to you, you ignore them. He fucking ignore. I watch him do it, bro. He's in my algorithm now, bro. So he's up and down my feed on Twitter. And this fool, the way he responds to people, it's like they're picking out the silliest of arguments. They could be, I mean, once again, I'll leave room for them maybe being right, but let's be real. On the average level here, those are the most, like, as he would say, salacious fucking statements or dramatic statements versus like something that's like very like kind of calm-headed, like, well, how do you make sense of this, Michael? And he dismisses it. Doesn't even look at it, I don't think, if I had to guess. Or maybe he like sees it and like, no, can't answer that one. Let me go to the guy talking about lizards. Let me go to that guy instead. That's my, like, I'm sorry, it looks that way. But yeah, he's baiting again right now, and it's already at the beginning of the video. He's already baiting. He's already doing it.
He's fucking rage baiter.
Yeah. All right, here we go. More Michael fucking sweaty Tracey.
Reprimanding me for being absent and assuming that it must be because I'm
Reprimanding?
just so
Shut
So
up.
annoying. It's so
Pussy.
annoying.
by the enormity of the Epstein files and how they proved me so catastrophically wrong that
Let's
I
see
can't
how many
show my face
emails
on
he goes
X.
over. Let's see it. I'm curious.
So that was sort of amusing.
No. Do you take breaks? Like, I don't think in the last 5 years I've gone maybe 2-3 days without tweeting. Maybe that's sad, but yeah, if I'm gone for 5 days like you were, yeah, people should check up on me because that's not something that I do normally.
Okay, I mean, I don't really plan it out.
Well, you don't
that
go out in the
much
sunlight.
in
You're a
advance
vampire.
or have like a big theory behind it. It's just that
He looks like a
I've
fucking
noticed
vampire,
if I
bro.
observe
Who
my own
knows?
behavior,
Which
I don't
one?
know, 2 to 3
The guy on
times
the
a
left,
year, I
bro?
will take some sort of.
Yeah, he
Okay,
does.
well, you
Hey,
deserve.
look
Look
into my
We're happy for you.
eyes. He looks like that.
I will admit that I
He looks like those
played during
vampires from
that time
Castlevania.
a bit too much of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh my God! Did
I
this guy
put
talk
Oh,
about
he's out
Zelda?
gaming.
for several
He was
years.
out
I'm gonna
gaming.
jump
I
off a
got
bridge. This man
dangerously
mentioned Zelda.
obsessed with Zelda Breath of the
He did.
Wild, and I almost like didn't even really want to
Leave
play
Zelda
the
out of
sequel
this,
because I
Michael.
was
How
fearful
dare you?
of how it would consume me. But I
He
think
might
I'm
be.
a little bit more calibrated in my enjoyment of this.
So
Zelda is Josh's
this is
favorite game.
I've noticed like
Put
the
it out
last
there.
few days, like this is this Epstein
Nintendo should
file
sue this guy
that
just for
came
You're
out.
lying
mentioning
about
that.
him, but
Like
okay.
it used to be,
Yeah.
You know
like
what?
a lot of right
Josh is on my
wingers
shit
and a
list
lot
right
of
now,
crazy
so go ahead
people
and make
being
fun of him.
like, "Oh,
Not
you're a
lying.
pedophile."
No,
But
he's
I've
on my shit list.
noticed
Go ahead and
like
make fun
a
of him.
lot
With it.
more like mainstream, like not just
Josh's
crazy
favorite
left
show.
wing people, but
Video
mainstream
game is
left wing
Zelda.
people getting really. It's not like it
PSA.
used to feel like they were just kind of going through the motions because to call Trump a hypocrite or whatever. It used to feel like that, but now it's like they really like Ziad Jalani. People like this are just really
Zed.
angry. Have you noticed an uptick in like left wingers who are like genuinely angry about Epstein?
So the latest production of quote unquote files came out last
Why are
Friday,
they
so we could go today.
Why are they quote unquote files? Are they make believe files? Are they not real? Are they a fucking Democrat hoax, as Trump has been calling them? I don't understand. Like, what was that statement? Whatever. Okay, let's see where he goes. Here we go.
So the latest production of quote unquote files came out last Friday,
Like a
so we
movie
could
production?
go today. And that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I really wasn't looking at my main feeds or any of the kind of
Stop excusing it. Move on.
mainstream.
Move on, please.
Sort of tidbits of coverage of whatever they claim the revelations were.
Main
this is
So when it really
main
did
topic.
emerge, I sincerely asked.
Please go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
This is the main topic we see him talking about for months, and he's very much on a weird side where people really like why are you saying this stuff? And so
Confused.
when he's like the guy that's like, hey, I read all the documents. This was 300 pages. I read it. Nobody else read it. So like he's like seeking truth. So we're saying that when they released all the documents, he was like, oh yeah, I wasn't even checking things. You know, like
Are you saying you don't believe him? Is that where you're going? What was Michael?
Hold
on. Let me ask blatantly, Jesse. Was Michael Tracey on a sabbatical playing Zelda on his Nintendo Switch? Right? Was he doing that, or was he like, oh my god, these files are here and I'm worried about them? What do you think? In your opinion?
It wouldn't make any sense that he wouldn't be diving into it. Like it's literally his job right now. Like I don't get
Uh,
why he would say this other than like it's almost like trolling people.
uh,
Like is he trolling people?
they keep bringing it up. They keep bringing it up, and my hands are literally in the air. I'm like, I don't fucking know. But it does look weird, though. It's a little weird. I'm just saying. It's a little crazy, Michael. But go ahead, lean into this. Let's see where he goes. Here we go.
People, okay, since everybody seems to be so convinced that I've been proven so stunningly and devastatingly wrong, can you like summarize a couple of the supposed revelations that
Oh, he still didn't look.
make this point
You
or
should
that
make like a
establish
bingo
my
card of all
wrongness?
the things that he might possibly say, like serial fabulous or like fucking
Oh,
supposed files.
Serial
This
Fabulous
sounds
is
like
gonna
bingo.
send
I
you a
got it.
card.
I got it.
You know that's like that's a freebie.
Oh my freaking god!
I'm just saying.
So
I'm just saying.
that's okay. So at this recording of Michael Tracey's video, has he looked at it yet? Is a worthy question. That's one. Two, aren't they going to go over any of them? Because I saw Michael on Twitter specifically say, like, hey guys, I've been out for a couple days. Hit me with your best shot. Major pause. He's like, yeah, whatever you got, throw it at me and I'll deal with it. Granted, in a dog shit way, what I've seen from him. But either way, he's like, it's almost like it was like nonchalant. Like, there's nothing here anyway. So, like, go ahead, throw some shit at me and I'll debunk it for you. Yeah, that's what he's doing on Twitter. That's what I saw, at least.
Without looking, I mean, he could have if he would have said like, "Hey, I had some personal stuff. I couldn't, like he was
Yeah.
busy because of something like that." Okay, but to just say like he's just chilling and he's like doesn't even have an interest in it, yet he's on this show to talk about this very topic. He didn't prepare, I guess. Like it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know when they recorded, so I'll be fair. I don't know exactly when this was recorded. And I'll also say this, Glenn, or Glenda, as some people call him, said, like, oh, I know Michael like, he said that, Glenn Greenwald said that on Twitter as, like, hey, I know Michael to, like, take breaks every so often from being online. So this is not crazy.
Yeah, but it's like
But I
so
could be a
convenient,
friend.
right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, just when these things that you said were nothing or whatever, like that you've been talking about for the last couple of months, like pretty consistently.
Maybe he's being a
So
good
that's the week
friend
that
or
you
something
decide.
like
It just
that.
looks weird.
I don't know. Maybe he's being a friend or something. I don't fucking. What's in hands up? I
No,
don't
no,
fucking
I'm
know.
just saying, like, I'm sure Glenn maybe is like being a friend. I just mean for Michael, it is like peculiar timing, but whatever. People go on vacation.
I thought it was
Hands
okay
up! I
that he
can't.
could
I
take
can't deny it. Sorry.
for him to take a break from Twitter. I think that's fine, right?
Of
Like
course,
I
yeah.
figured he was digging into the work. I thought he was like really
That's what people
like that's
thought,
why I was like,
Jesse. That's
you
what
know,
people fucking thought, dude. That's what they were thinking. They're like, oh, what was radio silence from Michael Tracey? It was like some of the tweets I saw, like radio silence from this guy.
Yeah, he must be deep in a rabbit hole or whatever.
Yeah, or he's like trying
either
to find out
that or
reasons
hiding.
of
He
how
was
this
playing
is
Legend
okay.
of Zelda.
He's like,
He was
no, I didn't
playing
care, bro. I was just chilling.
fucking Link and Zelda the whole time. Whole time.
Hey, bro, I was just chilling.
I'm a
Man.
journalist, but you tell me what was in there. That's
Well,
what he's saying right
you know
now.
what he's gonna say?
It's
He's
like an
gonna
open
be like,
challenge.
it's too much. It's too much. There's 3 million files or documents. It's too much. Like one
It's
person
not.
couldn't possibly go through all this. We don't know the authenticity. Like this isn't really like this isn't just this is like a glorified 4chan channel or something. He's gonna say something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I predict.
He'll say that, but even
Yeah.
so, I don't know very much, right? Like I'm not a
Yeah.
journalist. I'm not very expert at how to analyze this type of information, but we know certain things are just like claims, right? Like somebody reported this to FBI, so
Yeah.
it's unverified. They
Yep.
just said it.
Yeah.
So okay, there's that information. I could not start there. I could just discard all that, right? Like because they're accusations. There's no necessarily proof. But the things that are in his direct communications, his emails, and these pieces of information, or if there's photographs or something, like it's not that hard, right? Like and especially if they're index searches, you could find things fairly easily
Yeah.
now if you're looking.
Yeah, it's like WikiLeaks, which he's very supportive of. So.
Well, like the elephant in the room is like, there's
Yeah.
no way Michael can claim that the administration and the DOJ are not trying to quiet this up. That'd be insane of a statement to make. Once again, there could be some other play, something else at hand here with how the Trump administration is handling this. But on the surface, there's no way you can just sit there and just like outright deny that there isn't some sense of like protecting or covering up certain files, or like we've seen some deleted, right? We've seen like things that were there one day, then gone the next. So like, you can't make that claim either. So it's like, well, if there's nothing here, why work so hard against it? Which is, to me, I think that premise right there, it's at least part of, at least a foot of the elephant that's in the fucking room for this guy that he has to like actually deal with intellectually. But I haven't heard him really do it. Not really. All I've heard him say is like, I
he
just
doesn't
want the
really
files.
address very much. He goes back to the same things that he knows, like the same narratives he knows. Like he'll drag you back to his fucking premise.
Yep.
Without really engaging with anything. It's very dishonest. Like it.
Yeah. And that's been his responses, in my opinion, up and down Twitter. It has been like dishonest. Like someone will be like screenshotting certain files, and I wish I could like just straight up show them some of the like most damning things, but I can't actually do that. I can't actually show them.
Interesting how that works.
Yeah. Even though it's like nothing about me promoting fucking sexual anything in regards to kids or even adults.
It's just a blanket, like, nope.
Yeah.
Weird.
But I'll leave room, right? We got a decent amount of time left. Right? We got a lot of time left.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if they actually bring up any like specific examples of something where it's like, this is so stupid and dismissible. I want to see that. And he's been, by the way, number one thing I've seen from Michael Tracey is Noam Chomsky. How dare you? How dare you say this about one of the intellectuals of our fucking time? How fucking dare you? Like he's like in that mode in regards to that guy. I'm like, yo, he's giving a guy that you admit is a convicted, essentially sex trafficking. Although you'll put it in terms of like, oh, he slept with a girl that wasn't of age, but at the same time in Louisiana she is of age, but also she asked for it in the first place. She was extorting Epstein. You may put it in those terms, but like on paper, convicted in regards to these acts. And Noam Chomsky giving him fucking PR advice. And Michael Tracey doesn't get how that looks weird at all, apparently. Even Aaron Mate had to like take his words back. Like, oh, hey, listen, I didn't read the email, so I didn't even know this was there. So like, I'm sorry that I said that.
Wait, Aaron Mate said that?
Aaron Mate had to pull back his initial statements of like, yo, listen.
Oh, really?
I'm not canceling Noam Chomsky. He's one of the intellectuals of our time. He stands up to power. He stands up to the establishment, right? But then
So
later on,
read those.
Later on, he's like, well, I apologize to my audience. I didn't read the emails, so I didn't know what was in there.
He probably got dragged.
He did get dragged. He got dragged. He had to clean up quickly.
He probably got dragged.
Quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, good.
Let's see where they go. Let's see if they even bring up anything. Michael's apparently saying he didn't even look at it yet at this point in this at whenever they're recording. But this guy, he says, I can't quit Twitter. I'm on it all the time. I can't help but post. So thus he knows some of them.
Oh, Hernia?
Yeah, Dick Hernia. So he's aware of some things. I wonder if he brings them up to Michael and makes him like answer for it. But all right, here we go.
He hasn't said explicitly he hasn't seen them. He's like, what was in there? He sounds like he wasn't digging through it. But he hasn't said definitively. Is
that the third answer? He was digging through it, but now he's lying to us that he didn't. He's like, oh, I was on vacation just playing Zelda, man. I didn't look at anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have much time, so I just barely looked. Just pop.
All right, well, let's find out.
Words.
Fair enough. All right, let's find out. Here we go.
And I got what I would have probably predicted that I would have gotten, which was a handful of like decontextualized, salacious seeming at first blush email.
Decontextualized.
Which, of course, are not typically actual evidence of anything. It's just, oh, here was a possibly creepy turn of phrase, or even like a formatting error where somebody was emailing Epstein saying, hey, we have a beautiful Brazilian 9-year-old ready for you, or something to that effect.
I saw him post this 9-year-old. Like, actually, if you look at it, if you actually, correct the fucking mistypes or misspells, it actually means 19-year-old. And I'm like, what the fuck does that matter in regards to this? Like, isn't this pernicious anyways? Isn't this like horrendous anyways? And how do you know you didn't meet her when she was like, whatever age, 14, 15, 16, and then groom her to be like something at 19 years old? How do you not like? How do you know? It begs investigation. But Michael's saying, you don't need to investigate, bro. I have the answers, and that's the weirdest and creepiest part about all this, Michael Tracey. That's the weirdest part about all of this. It's almost like you're asking people to not investigate at all. For whatever reason, I don't fucking know what his reasons are. Yeah, I have not seen a solid idea in regards to logic of why you wouldn't want them like, hey man, open an investigation and find out about it. Why would you get in the way of that at all? Anyways, here we go.
And then if you look at an alternate version of that same file, because like for each email, there's like several different documents and they're all and they're like formatted differently. So in the correctly formatted version, it was, we have a beautiful 19-year-old who's like some aspiring model from Brazil who's going to be sent, not, I don't even know if it was to him or whatever, maybe his modeling enterprise, but it was stuff like
she's
that.
19 though. It's all good.
Which is expected because
that's not the point,
in the absence of any legitimate evidence, what do people increasingly feel like they're consigned to do? Latch on to these like possibly opaque seeming emails that they can then ascribe this salacious inferential meaning to, because that's all they've got. So
no,
that was the kind of stuff that I saw.
Forgive me, guys. I can't show you on screen, but I'm telling you, there is shit there. There's shit there where it's like, why is everyone's names blocked out when this is being discussed in this email? What is that? But Michael's taking an example where a typo happened and say like, see, look, there's nothing here. See? Nothing to be seen. It's all good. Nothing here. He's doing that with like a fucking typo or like a, I guess, whatever, like a logistical, like I don't know. It's like transferring from one style of documentation to another, right? A different, whatever the word is.
Formatting, yeah.
Format, yeah. Different format. Okay. But what about the other things where it's like, hey,
It's like, this is a serif font and this is a sans serif. Like, it's like that level of like, okay, sure, that's possible. That's fair.
What'd you say yesterday, Subs? About Whitney Webb and like a spelling error or like a kind of like clerical error?
Yeah, she was talking about Jeffrey Epstein's chef or something, and how
it was Harrison here?
She made an error about his name or like the years that he was a chef for Jeffrey Epstein or something. And he was in Brianna Joy Gray's comments. Like, he's like, Brianna, you need to answer your email. You need to correct this horrendous lie.
His name's not Jacobs. It's Jacobson.
Yeah.
See?
Jacobson.
You're wrong the whole time.
He's a son of Jacob.
It's like, yo, like that's some weirdo shit, Michael. Yeah. Do you see why people are doing that? But he also baits them, which is also like doubly dishonest. Like he has to be aware why people are like questioning him about what he's doing. He has to be aware of that. If he's not, then it's like, I mean, there's a special level of stupid on planet Earth. And like you're in that club if that's the case, Michael, but I don't think so. I think it's something pathological. I'm not saying he's a fucking pedophile or whatever, sex crimes or whatever the fuck. I'm just saying something's going on that's not right. It could be prideful intellectualism that's just bullshit. It could be something weird like sexual shit or being paid off or threatened. Although, like, why would you pick Michael Tracey? Why would you pick this sweaty little weirdo? Why would you pick him as your fucking mascot for cleaning up a mess? Get the fuck out of here. But
yeah,
it's something's not right here. Something's not right. But I'll back up a little bit, pause, and keep playing. Here we go.
Are they live?
No. This is from this came out yesterday. Were you here when
was it a live video or was it?
No. It was uploaded. It was uploaded.
Okay, just curious because I see him looking over us. I'm like, is he looking at the comments or something? Anyway.
Oh fuck! Maybe it was live, and they took this portion out and then uploaded it. But
I think he goes live on Substack. Like a lot of these guys are on Substack. They're part of that
Yeah.
Substack crowd.
okay, fair
So,
enough. Maybe they're live on Substack and then
yeah, because I think
cut
that
it
has
up.
a function. Anyway, because I see this Richard looking at the chat or looking at his computer, like, so
Get his name right.
be reading
It's
into it.
Dick Hernia.
Sorry, excuse me, Dick Hernia.
That's Dick Hernia. All right, here we go.
Inferential meaning to, because that's all they've got. So that was the kind of stuff that I saw being circulated when I finally did log back on, somewhat belatedly.
Log back on.
In
Shut
terms of the
up.
left-wing people being especially angry about it, I don't know. I haven't really noticed that. I've noticed something on the right,
QAnon on
which is
Pizzagate.
They
It's
forgot
a-
about Trump. They forgot about the whole Trump angle.
yeah, well,
They're back. They're reviving.
yeah, kind of. I just think that there's a stark contrast between the reaction in February 2026 versus like July of 2025, when it really first burst on the scene in this renewed way, because there was this
What?
assumption of some
Epstein?
sinister cover up after that infamous memo on July 6th saying no client list, no blackmail, no predicate for prosecutions of any additional co-conspirators, etc.
And they lied, right, Michael? They lied about that. They lied about that. That is 100%. It's, sorry, I'll be fair. In my mind, 99.999 to infinity, they were lying. Straight up. When they say they have a missing minute, then they bring that minute back after you can see like aspect ratios changing and fucking, it's like screen recordings and shit like that. Like, you're lying. Hey, there's no other angle of something like within the prison, right? There's nothing of that's suspicious at all. They show us the video, that missing minute, and we say, wait a minute, there is. There's something sus there. Actually, before that missing minute, there is something sus there. You lied to us. Only thing we have, as Pam Bondi said, right? The only thing we have is like 10,000 hours or 10,000 tapes of child pornography, and we can't show that because that's child pornography. We can't do that. Now we got the emails like, you were lying then, because there was more shit. Why are we trying so hard to cover it? Like, so why are we trying to hide this so much? I'm not going to exactly say I know the reason why, but they were doing that, right? They're not trying to let this shit get out.
It's almost like the way that they were doing it, they were fucking it up so much in terms of like hiding it or trying to hide it so like in your face that it's almost like you make people more interested in that when you do that, if that makes sense. Like,
no, I get that.
Like you're fumbling something so hard that like you're gonna get people more interested in it. Like, was that the goal? I don't know. It just it's kind of weird.
Makes sense to me.
I consider that idea that it's like a play to get you motivated or grab your attention. I consider that.
Yeah.
For sure. But at the very least, on the surface, something was being pulled somewhere. Someone was doing something in regards to, again, in a way, like not showing, like some sort of effort to not show what was there. Maybe that was a play to like kind of bait you to grab your attention, to get you to like be more motivated.
Well, it's like, why would you put Cash Patel, the guy who's been screaming about all this like Epstein stuff
and
for
Bongino,
years now? And Bongino as head of your FBI to like look into this Epstein stuff. Do you know what I'm like? It doesn't make sense because now you're drawing more attention to it.
Yeah,
you want people paying attention, so like that's why I'm not. Something feels off.
I mean, I leave room for that possibility as like part of their motive, but they're doing it in such it's not even like a sleight of hand. It's like, it's actually it's childlike peekaboo. It's that simple.
The point to when they were doing it. They were doing it when Biden and his son were doing the foul shit with Ukraine. They were screaming that shit when Trump wasn't in power.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. They wanted the attention to it because they were trying to make it look like Trump was involved with that shit. Meanwhile, the Hunter Biden laptop shit was real. It was nothing to do with the Epstein shit, and his son's a pedophile. I don't think you guys remember that short, brief shit that came out with all the pictures with him and minors and him naked
Don
with the
Jr.
crack.
Oh, Hunter Biden. My bad. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the smoking the freaking crack, the money being laundered from Ukraine to Clinton's kids, him, the 10%, but they were screaming, "Oh, the Epstein, Trump's in there. Yeah, the Epstein file, the Epstein file." Yeah, and he's on national TV saying, "How old are you, sweetheart? 14? We'll get your number before you leave." And everybody was clapping. Did everybody forget that shit? Or is it just fucking me?
I did not forget that. But at the same time, like
No. Let's
Biden's.
focus on the Epstein, man. Let's focus on the Epstein. And they still have everybody talking about the fucking Epstein while they had blatant proof. Hunter Biden was a pedophile. They're taking back end deals off of Ukraine and all the shit they Trump being involved with Russia, all a blatant fucking lie. And they still have you all talking about the same stupid shit. And the
Well,
man is fucking dead. Nothing is coming out because if it came out, your entire U.S. government would be seen as worshiping pedophiles, trafficking fucking minors.
because there's already officials that
Mumble
are
on it. Mumble on it.
resigning.
Mumble on it. What? Okay, yo. Let me tell you something, dog.
Okay.
I'll tell you something from when I was a fucking doing dirt. And my buddy said, yo, this came from a literal cop. This is what the cop told us. We know what everybody's doing. It's how bad they want you. It's just how bad they want you.
Yeah.
They showed everybody, yo, we know what you're all doing, but how bad do we want you? If you're not big enough, or if they don't want you, or there's nothing to gain from them coming to get you, they don't bother you. I know people that killed people. They know people that killed those people, and those people are still walking around. Why? Because
Okay.
they're just hoping people retaliate. There's enough, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It'll sort its shit out. They're not wasting the resources because they already see the trajectory of it. But it's what they want and what they want to portray and the energy and the resources they'd like to put behind it to propel it forward for whatever reason.
Fair enough.
And they were trying to pit this shit on Trump, and they just keep going with it and keep going with it, but nothing will come with it. And the fact that they know nothing will come with it, they will keep going with it. It's like if you know a dog is behind a fence and all they do will ever bark, then what are you worried about? You know that gate will never ever open. He will never come out and bite nobody. And it'll just be barking and it'll keep going. And everybody out there is going to be like, oh, the dog's barking. Oh, we're so scared. No, you're not. Because you know the gate will never crack.
Oh, I'm sure their lives will be fine. It's just more so like, and also like the Biden administration, they did look into some things with Epstein. Not giving them credit for that. I'm just saying, but they did.
Yeah, they
Right?
killed him. They
No,
killed
that's
him
under
because they
Trump.
probably looked,
That's under Trump's administration when he died. But
because they probably looked in and be like, yeah, he has enough dirt. If this shit goes wrong and he says something to somebody, he might be in a little bit more trouble.
okay, but there were
You know,
Biden administration people like looking into like bank
yeah, dude,
filings
but
and
it's the
money
same people. It
transactions and shit
doesn't
like that.
matter the administration. It's like, yo, you don't understand. The face change, the administration is the same set of fucking people.
I understand that. I
It's like,
say that quite a bit.
okay, Trump is in power. It's the same people. You don't see that nothing changed. All you saw was the face of the administration fucking change. You know, it's the same fucking team. They might have whoever's face they like to put. LeBron with the Heats now, then wherever he is. It's the same team, homeboy. It's the same shit. They just
he's
put
taking his
this
talents to
face on
South
it now.
Beach. Uh,
Yeah,
no, I get your
it's
point.
so
I get your point, but at the same time, that's less because I already understand about the baton passing and from one administration to the other and policy in regards to that shit. I get that, but I'm saying
yeah, dude.
like what I look at. Hold on. What I look at
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
regular people looking at this stuff, and I'm wondering, is there a limit to where like they're fed up? Because I'm telling you right now, there's enough shit in there for people to be like, "What the fuck is this? And how the fuck do you get away with this?"
Yeah,
That
dude.
exists. Oh,
Let me
God.
tell you something. regular people. I go to work every day, and I was telling my boy, I'm like, the majority of these people have the mentality of a fucking pole. You put a pole to do something, and whatever you attach to it, that's what it holds up. I'm like, whatever you tell these people, that's what they come in here every day and do. And if something happens that deviates from what they're told to do, they're lost, they're dumbfounded, and they ask you, is this possible? And I'm like, what do you mean, is that possible? Like, there was a skid, somebody didn't separate something from a skid, so 2 products was on it. And the guy comes to me and he goes, what's going on here? I'm like, they forgot to separate it. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, is this possible? I'm like, yo, buddy, are you okay in your head? He's like, he looked dumbfounded. How hard was it to pull one fucking roll out of the fucking skid, put it on another one, and return it to fucking receiving and put what was checked in? The dude was literally, he stopped fucking working and was asking people, is this possible? And I'm like, yo, you can't be this stupid. And then my buddy was like, yo, this is the majority of this fucking place, man. If shit isn't the way that
I get what
they're
you're
accustomed
saying,
to,
but that is
soon as something
not.
deviates,
Yeah.
everybody's out. But then they still go through it every day doing the same shit, no matter what they get hammered with or how they get hammered. Nope.
I get you see
Yeah.
Nobody ever says
patterns.
anything.
I get you see patterns,
Yo,
but
dude.
you know, it's not. I don't have like faith or anything in regards to any of this as far as like people's behavior.
Yo,
But I leave room for
yo,
possibilities, and
you
I
always leave room
wonder. I
for the
wonder if there's.
possibility.
Hold on. I wonder if there's a fucking limit to it, to where it's like things go from just agitation to straight up
Yo,
action, right? And
remember,
I'm worried about what the action might be because people don't work
yeah,
on their own
the
fucking minds.
action
They
it's
might,
gonna
or
be
morality, honestly. But God,
the action will be based on the momentum of the one guy who's had enough and could garner all those fucking people and create a momentum big enough to fucking create enough damage, and then they'll just become just as bad and just as corrupt.
maybe some people, not everyone. I can attest to that one.
Dude, people come, yo, what's the saying? You live long enough to see yourself become the villain or
Don't you
whatever.
quote the Dark Knight on me? How dare you?
Yo,
Oh my
but
god.
it's true. Look at Drake. Drake was the biggest motherfucker. Thought he couldn't be
No, but
touched.
he's not a fucking here. Stop it. Stop it. That's PR.
Until
That's
no,
PR versus
but
like the real
but I'm
thing.
showing
Stop it.
you. But I'm
Yeah, that's the
showing you.
point.
You're long enough at the
This is
fucking top
Canadian coming out.
to where shit shifts the same freaking way.
Capping for
Yeah.
Drake's crazy.
I get the comparison.
Who the fuck is thinking of Drake as a fucking guy? Like
Oh
he's
man,
that
it just
guy.
Well, but like, yeah, but like he thought
All
he was
right,
on TV. I
should
go,
we use your boy P Diddy dancing Diddy over there?
Listen, I'm not a Diddy
Shit.
No,
fan.
go with your Canadian. Go
Yeah,
with
go
your
with Drake.
Canadianship.
Go Drake.
That's
Go with the guy that Diddy slapped around. Go with
damn,
him.
Oh,
these things do not.
all
Damn.
right, okay. So we get the examples, right?
Yes, we do.
No, I
They
hear your
just can't
point, man.
handle it. They can't handle it.
I get your point, Chip. I get your point, but at the same time,
Good point.
I think there is a
Yep.
limit. I think there is like
Yeah, but dude,
it's
people are
a
so
stretching
they've
limit.
become so conditioned and accustomed to the freaking bullshit. They just go with
Possibly.
it because they don't know anything else. Like, yo,
They just take it. Like
COVID was
anything
the
else
prime.
scares them or confuses them.
COVID was the prime example for everybody to retaliate, and people were retaliating during COVID.
Hope it's
And you
not
know
good
what they
enough
did?
of an example. You got to do better than that.
You just don't know what was happening over here with fucking COVID.
Well, I know what was happening
Canadians,
over here with
yep,
COVID. I heard about
Canadians
truckers, I
had
guess, in Canada. COVID.
no, it wasn't the truckers. Motherfuckers were getting busy during COVID. They just didn't want to say nothing with it to give anybody any ideas. But when they tried that lockdown shit and see
Yeah.
how niggas is like, what?
Yeah, but you see how that's
And we have a
different?
mask and you don't know what we look like?
But
Dude, mans are running fucking wild. They were shooting at everything, robbing everything. Fucking the cops weren't going to certain area because they're like, yeah, everybody's wearing a mask. Nobody knows what anybody looks like. Act fucking dumb. And niggas took advantage of that shit and fucking ran with it.
okay, I
And
get
then when
it.
that
Hustlers are
yo,
gonna hustle. I get that. That's not the
yeah,
point,
but
though,
here's the
right?
thing. Yo,
Different.
dude, people were fucking getting ready to retaliate, and that's where they barricaded every and anything that you could go and have like mass gatherings. They barricaded a fucking park with fucking concrete barriers.
COVID's way different, my
No,
friend.
but I'm showing you, dog. The time where people could have really done fucking something was during that freaking period.
But I'm telling you, that situation is way different because some people believe,
No,
like, oh my
that was
God,
the
there's a dangerous
that was the
disease out there
best.
that might fucking
That was
kill all
the
of us. So let's
best.
like let's isolate,
If you, yeah, exactly. If
right?
you were gonna
Versus
fucking
like,
die
hey,
anyways, if
here's
you
my
were going
favorite
to die,
person on screen raping a child, right?
if
That's
you're going,
different,
if
is
you're
it
going
not?
to die anyways, what do you have to be worried about?
Oh,
That
come
was the
on.
best situation for everybody to fucking kick off and do
No,
something. Now
because
everybody's back to their normal lives. They're too busy with their bills and everything to even fucking budge.
forgive me, but I think most people
I
actually
agree.
try to think in moral terms, even if they're like novices
Yo,
at it. But they may
you know what I
state
like
that
about
as
you,
their
man?
life behavior principles.
It's the day you run into that amoral, that person who doesn't fucking
Yeah,
play that moral
sure. There's
game.
people on the ends of the spectrum that will behave differently, but I'm saying for the most part, right? When it came to COVID, COVID was more so like, oh my God, there's a deadly disease, or it's a government ploy, right? So thus they behave differently. Versus like, hey, here's our president raping a child on camera, right? That's way different. You're gonna get a different reaction because one has sort of like a gray area, and one has like, oh my God, that's bad. What do we do about this? And some motherfuckers are gonna grab guns. Some will grab, hide out in a fucking bunker somewhere. Some will say, some might not care, right? Although I think that'd be more of a minority. I think news would spread
I
on
would
that
like
one.
to know. I would like to
But
know
that's what the
who
Epstein
would
stuff
not
is.
care that your president raped a fucking minor.
But that's what
That
the
would be
Epstein
my
files
first
are,
question.
dude. That's what the Epstein files are. They kind of, not saying that is what's in there. I'm saying that that's kind of what it represents. There's like the possibility that your big mainstream names of politicians and world leaders and heads of corporations and celebrities, like that is the idea. That's the fucking that. In fact, for people that, let's be real, for the most part, look at this as entertainment. That is the draw. Is that that's the case? But what happens if that actually gets shown to someone? I think behavior is much different than COVID. Much, much,
I'm
much
pretty.
different.
I'm pretty sure people have already seen that
I
shit.
mean, look at Minnesota alone with the ICE stuff. Look at that alone. Look at that alone. You get plenty of reaction from people. Plenty. But that if it's this the let's say the worst case scenario in regards to the Epstein files, let's say that was actually reality, or at least like psychologically like provable reality to people. Well, yeah, expect some shit to go down. I do. I don't know about you, but I expect some shit to go down, which is treated way different than some other scenarios because something about like the idea of like kids being harmed, it like really bothers people. It does. And thus you
I
can get
told
you
you,
can get an actual like
kid.
real reaction from people, and that's where
I told
things
you,
can get
kid's
weird.
an animal. Let that lady have hit a dog and see if they didn't burn her house down or threaten to kill her kids and her whole family.
Actually, funny enough, there's a not funny enough, but like there's a video of a nice guy where a little puppy's trying to run to his owner who's being tackled by police guys. The guy punts the fucking dog away, and yeah, that turns people's stomachs when they see that. Now imagine that, but like it's a whatever in their minds, like a child. They're envisioning their own child being punted away or sexually abused or whatever, and thus it could be an apathetic reaction, like you're saying. It could be like, oh, whatever, let's move on to Tuesday. That's a very distinct possibility, and I agree with you that I don't think people care enough about, let's be real, everything. You care more about everything, in my humble opinion. But something that is like so, as Michael Tracey calls it, salacious of a scenario, like yeah, that could get people out of their fucking seats, but because they're not mentally thinking about it, or they didn't train themselves mentally or work on themselves in a way, those scenarios can be so chaotic that they just break out and do something stupid about it. And that is a distinct possibility. So Michael Tracey like poo-pooing that idea, I I'm wrecked when I hear that from this guy or anyone doing that. It's wreckage to me. because the actual, once again, the core premise, if that becomes true, like an actual fact of life to the majority of people, something's changing. Maybe not for the good, but something's changing, in my humble opinion. But all right, either way, I've rambled enough. Let me reset real fast, and I'll hit play. I apologize. Oh yeah, and then I come back, and then my fucking shit, fuck my fucking internet sucks. So shut up. Fuck. Here we go. I think I had
that was when you
another
saw
point
like an
that I just
actual,
forgot.
like at least in the online sphere, which is
Sorry,
not really representative all that much. I don't think, and can be over extrapolated to like represent the MAGA base, or there's always some kind of fissure in the MAGA base that people somehow discover by
Buffalo
scrolling
Bill.
through their For You feed or something, and like a handful of podcasters are taking a slightly counterintuitive or oppositional to Trump style take.
Oh, Trump. Okay, Trump was the
Now it seems like there's like kind of a growing consensus based on what I can
he's
observe.
actively
And
covering it up
tell
for
me
some
if
reason.
you've seen this.
I don't know.
Among
What,
people
for what
who are
reason.
kind of pro-Trump, maybe more mainline right-wing. So they probably dabble in some conspiracy stuff, but they're not fully engrossed in it. Where it seems much more common now for there to be a forceful skepticism toward the whole Epstein issue at this point. Whereas like in July, it's almost like I was the only person I knew of, like literally, who had almost any kind of skeptical take on like the underlying premises for why this was supposedly such a blockbuster controversy.
Michael, it wasn't skepticism, and I can tell that based on certain statements you've made in regards to Ghislaine Maxwell and saying like, well, Jeffrey was on testosterone, that's why his behavior changed. That's not skepticism. That's affirming a side. And I don't like who is like. I'm sorry, dude. Like, who is buying into this motherfucker's shit? Who's actually buying into it? I want to know. I wanted to find out every little pseudo-intellectual that exists on the fucking internet through this guy. Because he is throwing it out there and fucking payloads. And motherfuckers are, like, if they're buying into this shit, like, you're a fucking idiot. You think you're smart, but you're actually fucking stupid. In my humble opinion. Well, Michael, how do you know that? Well, Ghislaine said so. Oh, okay. All right. I'm not gonna sit up here and say she's lying, but like you can't just say she's correct because she's correct. Because a trial happened. Because Todd Blanche is questioning her. Because you talked to her brother. Are those reasons to be like, yeah, that's correct? No, but Michael's going that direction anyways. I'm sorry for talking too much. Let's hit play.
Yeah. Now it seems like people were they've settled into more of a partisan crouch.
Partisan. I'm seeing less of that.
Like there's I did this podcast maybe 2 weeks ago with this guy. What's his name? Patrick something or other.
No.
He's like a right-wing pro-Trump guy. I guess he's
is it Patrick Casey?
Yeah, Patrick Casey.
Okay.
That's right. And he wanted to talk
PBD?
to me about
No, it's not.
Forgot
his name and shit.
I don't think he's obviously he's still very like his political
6'7",
engagement is still guided. As far as I can tell, by supporting the Trump administration, and I doubt that somebody of that inclination would have had me on to talk about Epstein like last summer. Now he sort of perceives an opening, and partially it could be because of like good faith investigation of the issue, but there's like more of a political opening, at least in these online right spheres, to be dismissive or even like harshly so about the Epstein story in a way that I felt like I was very much alone in the past. But in terms of the left, I don't know. Like, give me some examples of people other than Zed, who's always
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Zaid Jalani. Maybe I'm over indexing.
I mean, he always trolls me in particular, so maybe you're over interpreting.
He says weird things like, "Oh, this Richard Hanania guy is really brilliant, but has serious mental problems." He's always giving me these backhanded, mixed compliments.
Yeah, I always had like a little bit of a love-hate sort of dynamic with him. Meaning, I I think I've met him a couple times in person in DC like years ago, and like I've always sort of been an online friendly acquaintance of his, but he gets into this trolling mode where on a particular issue he is just impossible to reason with. So he, for months and months and months, he would troll me about World War.
I don't trust your ideas of reason, Michael Tracey. At this point, I don't trust those faculties with you. But here we go.
He gets into this trolling mode where on a particular issue he is just impossible to reason with. So he, for months and months and months, he would troll me about World War II back when that was my big tangent. And now on Epstein, like he just can't even fathom engaging rationally about it.
You ever have an interaction with John Gans? He was very upset also about my Epstein takes.
Was
Johnny
he?
Gans?
Yeah.
He seems upset about everything.
He's upset about everything. He's always upset.
He seems very bitter and sullen.
Yeah, he seems like an unhappy guy, but he's fighting fascism.
Whenever I've interacted with him, it's just like him saying, "You fucking suck, bro.
You fucking suck."
That's basically all he ever says to me.
He can write.
Is that Josh?
Well. He can write
is that Josh debating someone?
But yeah, sometimes he thinks.
Bro, you're like.
Yeah, I've read some stuff by him, and it's like decently well written. It's just he's so unpleasant to ever interact with, in my experience.
Okay,
and didn't he had a book? Didn't he have a book like on the '90s or something a few years ago?
Get to the fucking files, you two fucking dweebos.
It was like 1990 and 1991. It was like the year of David.
Someone
Duke
put them in lockers, please.
Presidential campaign. And there was, I guess, the idea was the Rodney King riots.
Michael
he just went through like month by
peephole.
month of those.
Did you read it?
I did. Yeah, it was good. It was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be the first writer to be, a good writer and also have a very cantankerous personality.
Yeah. Although we don't see that many of them, and people are too nice these days. You don't see many of these,
I could be cantankerous, but I feel like I'm not just recreationally abusive to people just because I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't get why you would just curse at someone. Like, you're not making a point. You would just say, F you. Like, I would not do that because that is not contributing and doesn't make.
He's one of those people, I think, who decided I was evil around like 2016 and 2017 because I was anti-Trump and therefore enabling fascism because I didn't necessarily think that, Don Jr. had colluded with WikiLeaks or something.
So anyways.
Oh, by the way, Don Jr. does show up in the emails of Epstein, and it's after Trump said he separated from him, which I would think like an investigative journalist would be like, oh, that's interesting. Let me look into that. Hey, did you mean when you said Don Jr., did you mean Donald Trump Jr.? Or did you mean someone else? Did you mean like Don King Jr.? Don Lemon Jr.? Like, who'd you mean? Like, that's worthy of investigation, but Michael, I guess, he didn't look through them. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have time. He was playing Zelda the whole time, so he didn't see those, apparently. All right. It's just, it's weird, man. It's weird. In fact, there's other, little, not the word would be, ancillary things where it's like, I wonder if, because there's, Trump mentions, but it's after 2008, which is the first conviction of Jeffrey Epstein, right? So, man, I wonder if these guys met up. Epstein was definitely talking about going to Mar-a-Lago after all that, which means, maybe Trump was like, hey, man, okay, Epstein's, sneaking in, so Trump didn't notice. Or, I'm sure a high roller might have a different experience. Why would you go somewhere to not be a high roller if you're Jeffrey fucking Epstein, right? And you have all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Just blend in, put makeup on, right? Just sneak in somewhere for what? Just to be around Mar-a-Lago? Don't you want to spend your money and gamble or whatever and party? Okay. But Michael missed that logic because he was too busy sweating. Here we go.
Well, this is all. There's so yeah, maybe it's just those two. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much about. There's this other guy. It doesn't matter. So
I actually did check Blue Sky.
I need to see Dick Hanania in sunlight, bro. I don't believe him.
2 or 3 months.
Walk out in sunlight.
I checked it today, and they seem pretty angry over there.
The only things I paid attention to, it's all these out of context stuff. There's funny ones there's Peter Attia It was like some. Did you see him? He
Yeah, I saw his
I
big
saw
apology.
that. I saw that too.
No, but just pathetic. These people are pathetic. Larry Summers, there's more embarrassing stuff about him, like being attracted to a woman. Like, this is the crime of the century.
Look at him poo-poo that these guys are quitting their job. I mean, like leaving. The Atia guy, he just got hired at CBS. He fucking left after this. Larry Summers preemptively before the $3 million dump, right when it wasn't like here's crazy email after crazy photo and video. Before all that, Larry Summers was like, listen guys, some shit's about to go down. I gotta get out of here. It's him talking to his fucking students. Like, I'll hang in as long as I can, but I'm probably gonna have to leave at some point. Like, he's saying that shit, dude. And these guys are like, no big deal. Like, why would you, like, so what? You banged a 23-year-old. What's the big deal? Leave. Or, sorry, like, don't worry about it, right? And it's like, well, I don't think that's the actual context, as Michael Tracey says, contextualized scenario here. And there's plenty of other people leaving their job, resigning preemptively. Some of it, I'm like, did I even see this guy's name? I don't think I saw that guy's name. Maybe he knows what's in the next batch. Because once again, we don't have all the fucking emails yet, by the way. But they're already poo-pooing it. Instead of being like curious. Like simple curiosity is apparently escaped the room for these guys. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing? We have fucking representatives and political people and UN representatives. Like, these people are leaving their jobs. We've had fucking CEOs stepping down from their fucking place where they're making, buku fucking money, bro. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna step back. I'm out of here. We've had fucking Melinda Gates, Bill Gates making statements about this shit. What are they so fucking worried about? I'm not saying they're guilty because of that. I'm just saying, like, what are they worried about?
Mm-hmm.
That's my question. But these two fucking geniuses can't fucking, like, what's that about? They can't ask that simple question that a fucking child would ask. What the fuck are they doing? What is this? Are you, like, trying to be, like, the smart guy in the fucking room or something like that? Is that your point? I'm countercultural, bro. I'm so smart. Get the fuck out of here. You picked simple is the obvious, is the smart. That's it. I can look through the details and find the obvious. That's smart to me. Not being counter to what everyone else is saying. That's some loser ass shit, bro. That's a high school, no offense. I did that too. I admit. I'm guilty of that too when I was a fucking kid. But it's like doing the opposite of what people expect is not genius. It's slavery, you fucking dummies. Anyways, forgive my rant. Here we go. Fuck,
what else
bro.
is there?
What are we doing?
What are they even?
Was there Larry
our
Summers
point
stuff?
here?
See, like I haven't been filtered because I have a niche. I have some niche interests in terms of the stuff that I would seek out, and I have been going through a lot of the files, obviously, but it's probably not the
I have metastasized the files
headline
recently and,
sort of
like,
little
shut the
salacious
fuck up.
ephemeral stuff.
Fucking
like,
dummy.
Here's a photo of some woman with her face blotted out in all black arbitrarily, and she's with
See how he has, like,
Sergey Brin,
he adds
whatever that guy's
qualifications to
name is,
everything.
the Google founder or somebody.
Everything is qualifications.
And that's
the
supposed
Melania
to be
director. Do you see the Melania director? There was a
Brett Radner.
And they said, "Who's this woman with her face bar?" He's like, "It's my fiance." They're just blurring out every
Michael,
woman.
why'd you turn like that? What's going on?
Every man who's with every woman is like he's with some kind of victim of sex trafficking.
I mean,
You guys are journalists, right? You don't know who it is. So thus you have questions like, who the fuck is that? I saw the picture of Brett Ratner, like, hugging around some girl, right? And Epstein next to him, and then another girl with her face blacked out. It could be his fiance. The point is, you ask questions, you dummies. What the fuck? They're just accepting what he just said. Like, they're accepting what Ratner said. By the way, who has, like, a shady past as well. Like, I'm just saying. I've heard of, I don't know exactly, but I've heard some things with Brett Ratner or about him. Like, a Rat Pack is the name of his fucking production company. And these guys are like, well, Ratner said this. Like, so? Investigate it. You're journalists, right, guys? Who is that in that picture? Like, you know, maybe try to find out. Maybe try to find, like, is there any other things about Brett Ratner in here? Or Ratner and Epstein's fucking relationship? Is that in there anywhere?
Mhm.
Instead, they're just like, he explained it away. It makes sense. All right, we're done. Moving on. Maybe they're doing that. I hope they're not, but let's find out. Here we go.
Fiance, they're just blurring out every woman, and then every man who's with every woman is like he's with some kind of victim of sex trafficking.
I mean, I
Uh,
try to warn people about this stuff well in advance, but no one listens. I mean, this is what the DOJ had
Dude,
said
you can't
in
do
court
that.
filings,
What are we
in
doing?
letters to the court, and in motions and so forth in the Southern District of New York.
How are you doing that? They're
For
blurred
almost
out.
2
They
months,
must be overage.
where they're saying that in
What
the
does that even
interest
matter?
of their
What are we
supreme
doing?
priority, which is to ensure the privacy interests of victims are protected, they are going to go above and beyond in terms of the redaction criteria, and also they were going to incorporate the so-called victims' lawyers into their evaluation process, so
I'm wrecked.
that there's maximal effort and maximum redactions. Now, I think it's
Now, Michael Tracey, was everyone redacted? They were all just victims, right? Everyone redacted. They're all just victims. Right, Michael Tracey? You have to say that, right? Because if they're not, then what are we talking about then? What the fuck are we actually talking about at that point? If it's like, yo, Jeffrey, meet me at, so and so address at whatever o'clock. We're gonna go rape some people. If they're redacted, their name's redacted. See, but Michael would be like, well, victims, so-called victims, I'm redact them too, like everything. I'm like, do you see why you might want to redact some people's names and addresses? By the way, they've been leaked. By the way, they fucked up their redactions on plenty of people that were in their, at least what they're saying, right? Witnesses or victims, their names, addresses, phone numbers, other personal details have been leaked. But some guys that are saying yeah, let's go do this. Let's go fuck someone up. Hey, are there going to be 11-year-olds or 12-year-olds there? Things like that are somehow full-blown redacted. Full-blown. In fact, there's an email where they're like, hey, actually, did I go over that? This one? I don't know if I went over that. I didn't go over that one. I didn't. Okay. Either way, there's an email where it says it's with Jeffrey and someone else, someone blanked out name. So, hey, remember our meeting with Netanyahu? That photo is fully redacted. Not faces blocked out. Fully redacted, as in you can't find the photo unless you're some hacker kid that can do tech shit and make it happen. Which is that's what's happening right now. There are photos we're getting right now that are coming from these hacker kids or tech wizards that can do this shit. Where there's an actual selfie, but from a camera phone footage. Still photo of Teal, Musk, who else was there? It's not Gates. Someone else was there as well. Where it was those photos were hidden, and these kids found a way to find it because their redactions are so dog shit. By the way, they're so terrible that apparently these kids are just figuring this shit out, or tech people are figuring it out. And Michael has zero questions about all of that. Zero, apparently. It all makes sense, apparently, to Michael. And what is Michael doing? He's screaming what Alan Dershowitz is screaming. Show us the victims then, so-called victims. What's their names? Where are they from? Can I investigate? Can I get fucking PIs to go look into their lives? So-called victims. They took advantage of Jeffrey, didn't they? That's what fucking Michael does. I'm wrecked, dude. I'm wrecked. There we go. God damn it, man.
it's been a bit of a mixed bag in that
Bottom of the barrel, stupid.
respect, because I have found like just full-fledged victim
Grab another
names,
fucking
quote unquote
thesaurus,
victim names
Michael.
that are actually available in the search bar. And that was also to some extent the case for the first round of
The meticulous
the
nature of the
productions
Pnophoros
in late December. But then on the other hand,
shut up.
you have
Speak
some of
English,
these
you
files
idiot.
that are just like
You pseudo-intellectual.
block after block of total redaction. So I don't know how streamlined really the process was. The DOJ, which is absurd unto itself, said that like 500 lawyers, including from the National Security Division and from other departments, had all been delegated, taken off their ordinary duties, and assigned to the Epstein files redaction beat. And they spent like 6 months. They would like Todd Blanche and the Jay
No, I
Clayton,
don't
the
think
U.S. attorney
so.
in New York, said, "Oh, everybody was working 24/7 throughout Hanukkah and Christmas and New Year's to make sure we could get this done."
I think that's bullshit.
I think there's definitely some excessive redactions in line with what the DOJ said it was going to do, but it's not a foolproof system because there's just so many files and so many like duplicates. But yeah,
Sure.
Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, repeated this absurd criterion for redaction when he announced that this tranche was coming out last Friday.
Loser.
He said literally every woman will have presumptively their face redacted with the exception of Ghislaine Maxwell. It's just like, I'm sorry.
He's mad at that. Dude, he's
Sometimes
mad
I feel
about
like I have enough
the
empathy
fuck?
where I can understand where people are coming from. But like, if you seriously think that's a rational standard to determine what public records
what
to
Michael's
conceal
mad about.
and what public records to disclose, there's just something wrong with you. Like you're not thinking rationally. Any woman, really?
I know
So
rationality.
no
As he scratches his
investigation
fucking
whatsoever as to
sweaty
whether there's even a
scalp.
claim of victimhood.
Are
Not
there,
gonna
are there like
happen.
are there like grandmas? Are there like 70-year-old women in the photos? I would be interested if they do it by age. Like if you're a old woman, like they
Now
don't,
it's comedy hour.
you know,
Love
if you're in your 20s or 30s, you're a child. But if you're like 60, they show your face.
Well, in December, it was the same protocol.
By the way, this is not even the case, as we saw. Oh, no. Actually, no, there's been other women faces shown as the idea of potential collaborators and also names of other women. I'm not saying they did anything crazy. I'm just saying like this is what the case is, but they're kind of. I think Michael's gaslighting about this. Like, if you see their name and they're a big public figure, like one of Obama's like attorney generals, or not attorney general, but like one of the like I think like a DOJ worker or something like that. That's talking with Epstein, or personal lawyers, executive lawyer, maybe, I don't know. Where her name is fully there, and thus if you just Google that name, you could see her picture. So, okay, those weren't redacted. So they're making shit up, essentially. There's pictures with just women with their faces shown outside of Ghislaine Maxwell. Maybe Michael didn't look at the fucking emails yet. But like, why would you say that now then if you didn't look at them? Right? So like, it's nonsensical bullshit, gaslighting, and a special few of the smartest amongst us they're the only ones that don't understand Michael Tracey because they're so fucking smart, apparently. There we go. And Dick Hernia. There we go.
Seemingly apply, but
I wish I could show you this.
I think there were photos of like Tina Turner and stuff that were not
Famous
redacted.
people? Okay.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
like famous people, but I don't know. There could be famous people who are redacted. Like, why?
I saw some
Todd Blanche
non-famous people that are.
explicitly said literally every woman will be redacted.
He
Did you
was
see the
wrong
video
or
where Epstein
lying.
is chasing around like either one or two little girls, and they have black box like over the little girls, and they're following them around, and Epstein's just like chasing them around, like playing with them, and people are like, "Oh my god, look at the horrors!"
Holy shit!
And it's
So,
like anyone playing with children, you could just block them out.
This dude's sad.
It
How can
just
you laugh
relays
about
him like
this? It's not like a
he's some kind
laughing
of
matter.
monster.
That was
people just
a
don't
weird thing.
want to understand on some fundamental level that there's never been any evidence that Epstein had pedophilic sexual attraction to
Or that he
prepubescent
trafficked
children.
women to any.
What he means is
What the fuck?
they were 16, damn it. That's what he fucking. They were
I
16,
guess
damn it.
that's not
Okay?
that's not a problem.
They was asking for
16.
it.
That's like we hear this narrative now where it's like 16, 17, I'm telling you, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
15, like what? 3 years ago, you motherfuckers were all like, what?
I don't
Now
know.
we're
I
just
don't know
saying that's
Michael's
like
motive.
not that old or not that young.
I don't
weird.
know Michael's motive. I don't know what his motive is. I really don't know. But
Nor do I.
for me personally, once again, this is me personally, and my morals is like it doesn't matter what fucking age they were. It doesn't fucking matter. If they're 15 or 21, the point is that they promised them probably modeling careers or acting careers or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And fucking abuse them. In my humble opinion, that's the idea that I'm like working with. And if I see, I don't care if they typoed and said 9 years old instead of 19 years old. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter to me. But Michael's like, what's he doing? He's trying to argue against who? The wildest ideas on the internet. That's who he's like trying to debate with. Meanwhile, it's like people that are not doing that, they're just like, hey man, we should investigate this, right, Michael? Like, well, those girls they actually extorted Epstein and made him do it. They made him do it. Like, what? You can't do that unless he has to attack the wildest arguments, right? And that's what I'm seeing from this guy, from this sweaty little fucking weirdo. That's what I'm seeing. And his vampire friend.
Yeah, the friend is confusing me.
We've seen their content before, so I was just like, God, I don't know what we do, guys. But all right, here we go.
Yeah, or he trafficked women to anyone. There's zero evidence of any of this.
No, but I'm saying you see these photos and these little videos.
That's not true. So there's no evidence of trafficking to anyone. Like, no, there's smoke there to investigate. But why would you not want to investigate? Because we have preconceived, determinations of what actually happened, Michael Tracey, or Dick Hernia. Like, no, you investigate it. Like, okay, let's open an investigation about this exact fucking topic right here. Whether it's an email or a photograph or a video. Okay, that's room enough to investigate. There's plenty of that there. Plenty of that. But these guys are like almost arguing to say like, no, let it go. There's nothing here. It's nothing but a bunch of like conspiracy theorists or QAnon or desperate Democrats. Like, that's the only thing that we're seeing here. Thus we can dismiss the topic. It's like, no, dude, that's not. You're an investigative journalist, right, Michael Tracey? Why are you throwing that shit away? It's like, what's going on here? But yeah, if you say the wrong thing, I'm like, see, look, you're one of them. You're conspiracy theorists, aren't you? You assume I'm a pedophile because I don't want to like extra investigate this stuff. It's like, no, dude. Your answer.
Hey, Amy.
Responding to like the silliest of us. Oh, you're good.
Oh.
Amy, have you had your have you had your electrolytes today? There's plenty of water and salt here for you. It's called sweat, but you know, there's plenty here. Get your windshield wipers. Tracy's on the loose. All right, what's up? What?
You're gonna make me throw up.
That's what Michael does when he looks in the mirror. All right, here we go.
Now, where there is an actual child that Epstein is interacting with, like there was a
Michael,
photo.
I'm sorry, I have to make fun of you,
last
bro.
month that got recirculated. It was actually from 2021, where this girl was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old, is sitting on his lap, and they're like kind of, playfully sort of cuddling, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
that's his granddaughter. Goddaughter.
I'm backing up. I'm backing up again.
I'll
let it play again. I'll let it play again.
This
Forgive me.
girl was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old, is sitting on his lap, and they're like kind of, playfully sort of cuddling, I guess you could say.
Okay.
That's his granddaughter, goddaughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Hang on.
And her mother, Eva Dubin, was.
Is anyone here Jewish?
Yes.
Or at least knows about the Jewish.
No.
I'm Jewish.
No.
What's up about it? What about it?
Why do you need to know?
I want to know if you have goddaughters and godparents in Judaism. Because that's from
That's
what I'm asking, because that's like a Catholic thing.
I don't know. I
What?
literally don't know.
I'm moving on.
Everyone's different.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Allie. I'm moving on though. That was
Please
like,
do.
was that bait or something like that? What the fuck was that?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
hell yeah, that was
That's
bait.
definitely
Not
fucking
taking it
bait.
bait.
No,
Bait.
he said that.
Is anyone
This-
here Jewish?
Bitch, are you
This
fucking retarded? Goddaughter is a Catholic thing. Are you fucking seriously that dumb?
I think it's
The
a
well, the
family
Catholics-
thing.
I guess the Catholics claim that too. I'm sorry, Jordan. Move on. Move on.
Who else had goddaughter
Let's
and
be real.
godson?
It's a
We
family
have
thing,
lots
Amy,
of
but we can move
research
on.
tools.
It's a family thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're so friends with me that you're family, so that's your godfather or godmother.
Okay, I'm gonna look this
It's
up
a family
on
thing.
AI.
But let's move
There
on.
you go. Look it up.
Have to resort to
Get
that.
back to us. Get back
So
to
she
I
us.
could
just
she
never-
couldn't have looked it up before she asked that retarded fucking
Right,
question to look stupid.
Well, I mean, if there's an actual person that knows because it's part of their religion, I
You-
would trust that before AI.
No, you wouldn't. I don't
You
buy
so-
it. I
So
don't buy it.
fucking retarded. It's not
Come on,
even funny.
Amy.
I absolutely would.
Mm,
AI is manipulated.
Let's get back to the topic.
You're not
I like
stupid.
this
Come on.
video so far. I'm not throwing this shit away, bro. I'm going with it. I don't want
Yeah,
it to
go for it.
go to tornado land or some shit. I forgot my point, but whatever. I'll just apply. There we go.
If like there was a photo last month that got recirculated, it was actually from 2021, where this girl was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old, is sitting on his lap, and they're like kind of, playfully sort of cuddling, I guess you could say. That's his granddaughter, goddaughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And her mother, Eva Dubin, was literally in the photo in the background.
Mhm. No, she's
But
also
because the-
trafficking. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
Come on,
if you're
right?
going to ascribe
Come
something
on.
like genuinely predatory to him interacting with genuine children, then you could only do so if you're just aggressively
Glenn
ignorant
Greenwald called
what
him a
his
defense
sexual
lawyer for Epstein
proclivities
for
were,
a fucking
which
reason.
unfortunately I've had to study pretty in
I'm saying
depth.
that's sus.
And that's just like,
Here's the thing. He threw that out there, but like, I'm not going to call him sus for that. Sorry, I'm not going to call Epstein sus for that scenario that he drew out right there. I don't know if we're thinking of the same thing. Well, I mean, if we're thinking of something similar, it looks like the girl's like, don't fucking kiss me, like backing off, kind of. But I can't interpretation, right? I can't say I know. But if it's something different, then like, fine, maybe he did have, or I'm sure he did have like relatives, close friends that had kids. I think like Lutnick, right? I'm not gonna say like, oh, Lutnick was there for fucking pedophilic sex island stuff. He might have just took his family to go to a fucking exotic island to like hang out on the beach and shit like that, right? That's possible. This doesn't mean guilt to me. But once again, Michael's not actually going after in my opinion, the credible fucking claims and questions about this whole topic. He's almost avoiding them for the sake of what? I don't know. That's why it's so weird. I don't know what the fuck what's his point? Is it because he's so fucking smart? I don't see that at all when it comes to questioning things. Is it something sus? I hope not, but fuck, Michael. Someone's gonna ask the question, and you know that. Because you know that, you fucking answer those guys' questions, and never deal with the ones that like actually are like, there's no way around this. This makes sense of a question to ask you. You avoid those things, don't you? Which makes you what? A fucking weirdo for whatever reason. Pathological for the sake of being intellectual for fucking times, or something weirder. I'll say that. Either way.
Can I just tell you?
Oh God.
Can I tell
He's
you?
a
that
big fat
AI
phony.
AI
Something's
says
not right.
that Jews don't have official roles called godparents,
Oh my
but
god.
they do have informal
Well,
godparents.
human beings.
I
We're
just
going
wanted
off
to-
of what Michael Tracey said. We're not going off of what we actually know about what
Well, I just wanted to understand if he's
Interesting
how far
lady.
he's reaching. That's why I wanted to know. The
You're
other
an
thing,
interesting lady, my dear.
the
I
other
gotta
thing
say.
is because
Most people
Is there
don't
any
barge
way
into
I can
conversation.
spin this
Real
about the
thing.
Jews? Ooh.
I mean,
Neil.
What are
Well,
you asking,
he's
Amy?
claiming
Is at the
he's
core of
a
like,
godparent.
what's your
So is
point?
that a
What's
lie?
the
Okay.
core of your point
And
that you're
then-
making?
Yeah,
My
what's the
bigger
point?
point is that even still, even if it was his, someone a
She
really
doesn't know
close
the core of
friend.
her point. She's just talking out her ass.
Okay, but
yeah.
I want her to answer
What's
it.
your point, Amy?
I
What's
want to
your
hear
point?
her say
As
it.
a parent of daughters, I think it's creepy that you would have your 9-year-old sit in a man's lap.
Mm-hmm.
Is a
Yeah.
close family
No,
friend.
that's
That's
relatively
creepy as
normal.
fuck,
It's more
I
of the
think.
context of like, what is he
Bruh,
talking
that,
about?
give me a
Holy
break.
Is it
fuck.
image
Don't
based?
these
Exactly.
people
Is it?
take their kids
It's
to see Santa
Epstein's
in the
lap,
fucking
yeah,
mall and have
but
them
like
sit in
in
their
just
fucking lap?
anybody's lap,
Is this
fucking
cunt
kind of
retarded?
normal.
You
Hey,
ever?
isn't that a Catholic thing?
Hold on, dude. You ever
Like
give
a
like?
relative to just sit on your lap, that's
Yeah,
fucking
it's not a
pretty
big,
normal.
not
Just
a big
answer the
deal.
question though.
Like, you ever carry like your little niece or something like a piggyback ride? Like, that's not creepy to me. That's not creepy at all. It depends on like context and what the person's intention is, right?
You're trying to take shots at the Jews,
Even
my
if
guy.
he's not
I
being
think that's
creepy, I
where
wouldn't
it's
let my
going.
goddamn kid near Epstein.
Okay, but I want
I'm
her
not
to say
hearing it
that.
like that.
I don't need to like
I don't know
assess
why
that
you guys
for her. I want her to say it.
reacting like that. Like, I'm hearing she's asking if there's even a Godfather thing. If you're
Nigga,
not
you're
Catholic,
fucking like 20 minutes behind the conversation. Just shut the
Aw.
fuck up at this point.
that's exactly what
She's because she's
it's
hyper
exactly
You're 20
obsessed with
minutes.
the
Just shut the
Jewish
fuck up,
connection.
my guy.
that she's
Go
saying right
on,
now.
Jordan.
What the
Yeah.
I
fuck?
just wanted to know if Michael Tracey was
Yeah,
making something
yeah.
up and trying to stretch the closeness in a way that didn't make sense. But it is
Right.
colloquially used, so okay, I'll give that. That's not, on Michael Tracey, whatever. But then I'm still saying that I feel like a lot of people would find it weird, an older man, even a good friend in the family, having kids sitting in his lap, like a 9-year-old girl. I think that's kind of weird. Sorry.
Mm,
I'm not saying I've
contextual,
never seen it, but
contextual, Amy,
people don't like
right?
it too much.
Okay, fair enough.
Not just
But
me.
like it's
Depends
contextual.
how you see
right?
it, I guess. I don't really know.
Are they trying to like sniff their hair or fucking
No.
whisper in their ear, or is it like, oh, pony ride from fucking grandpa or uncle or wherever the fuck, like family shit. So like, but like, that's it's obvious, right? I don't know exactly what he's talking about
if you're
though.
playing and like swinging kids around, throwing them in the air or something, but if you're like sitting there on the lap, I don't know, kind of high chance of it being sus.
Okay, I don't know though. I don't know what he's talking about. So I don't know what he's not bringing it up specific, so I can't say what scenario he's talking about. But like I've seen, I don't know. Maybe other
if it
people's
was a
families
Catholic?
behave differently, but like I don't know. I can't say that. Like I don't fucking know. It could be
Is it
weird if I
family?
saw the images that he's talking about, or if his video or whatever the fuck. But if it's like,
I guarantee I could find plenty of pictures of the Pope with kids on his lap,
you
like
see,
Santa Claus.
now you're going for triggering now. Look at that.
I'm sorry,
you're
but
going for it. I get that question too, though. That no, I understand that as well. I understand that as well.
I'm not. This is funny. You're funny, Amy. I'm sorry, Troy. Go ahead. Please.
I'm sorry for being on everyone's team. All right, here we go.
That's
Fine. Yeah.
what he was into.
Somebody asked, "What's with all the schoolgirls' uniforms he bought on Amazon in 2019?" I don't know if that's true, but there's there's innocent explanations potentially of that. Yeah, but do you know who that guy is, by the way, who we were arguing with, who was talking about you liking young girls, that Ricardo
the
Duchess guy or
perfect.
whatever his name is? Do you know who he is?
I looked into him briefly. He seems like some
Yes,
alt-right
Michael,
guy
address
who got
you
fired
being
He's
called
like
a
a white
from
pedophile.
nationalist.
Address that one.
Like a white
It's very easy to do.
professor who
University of New Brunswick sociology professor who was too based for Canada, and he got thrown out of academia.
Yeah. It was funny to watch him pop up, arguing with you.
But he admitted that he admitted that like he just said something that was just like capriciously defamatory, and that there was no basis for him to claim that I had posted that I personally have like a depraved sexual attraction to quote underage females. Because like I just have never said anything to I don't talk about that. Why would I talk about even if I did have some depraved sexual attraction, like I would just start tweeting about that.
I think he's A.
They are, yeah.
I think he's
Which
what?
I don't, people.
It's
I'm saying
getting
it's
dumber.
just so stupid.
I think he's
getting dumber and
asexual.
dumber,
That's
and
just a guess.
It's like the more evidence that comes out, the more like Epstein's
Michael
life
Tracey
that you
or the
look
guy they're
at, the
talking?
more that there's like nothing there, the more ridiculous it becomes.
Michael
Have you
Tracey.
seen have you been keeping up with the?
I think he's
so this stuff was all released
sweaty
because
man.
of a statute. Is that what happened? The statute we used to talk about?
Yeah, the Epstein Files Transparency Act passed in November. The 30-day deadline was supposed to be for December 19th, but then they took like an extra 5 weeks to get everything ready.
Yeah. The
You accept that, Michael?
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, do you accept that? Oh, they're taking extra time to make sure things are nice and clean. But meanwhile, when you get the actual files, there's plenty of fucked up redactions. Once again, the little hacker kids on the internet guys, computer guys are fucking tearing this shit to fucking pieces. Or they like never plan. Like, okay, that would also imply something else, as in like we never planned to actually release this stuff. So you know what? We got caught off. Last second got caught off on this shit and just tried to spam it out, or like, what do they call it in college kids? What should we call it? Like late night fucking cramming, right? Cramming. Pause.
Cramming, yes.
We're trying to like.
Surprised you don't know that, George.
I hate school. But last second, like, okay, let's just fucking fix this out. All right, throw it up. Fuck it. Let it happen. That's what it seems more like, personally. But Michael's like, oh no, yeah, they had to, get things right. Like they didn't get things right. So like, what was the point then? What was the actual point? Anyways, here we go.
So wasn't there a case where like they accidentally released it, then tried to stop and released it again? Something like that.
Sorry, YouTube. I have to back out. Do this again. Sorry. I'm not in. Am I not in? Okay, there we go. What the fuck? I'm glitched. I fully glitched. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna leave and try again. I'm fully glitched. Oh, shit. Damn, what do I do? Do I yell in the wilderness? What do I do? No, dude. We're almost done. I'm so curious. Like, I want to hear the rest of the shit, actually. I'm so fucking glitched out, actually. I can't even leave the call because I'm not even in the call, technically. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit Discord and try to rejoin and see if that works. Sorry, YouTube. I apologize. I'm trying my best with the shit I have. Alright, I got back on, like, pretty quickly. Okay. Let's try. That worked. Alright, nice.
Sorry, we were degrading your video here.
I'm not sorry for it.
Oh,
Well,
no.
no,
Oh,
Amy was asking
fuck.
what the guy on the left, what his name was, and I said his name's Dick Hernia, and she's like, "Well,
That's true.
what's his actual?" I'm like, no, that's literally.
Yeah, right. Stroking on.
What is Michael Tracey doing right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we were saying you picked a very unfortunate.
No, 'cause you picked that. You picked it. Weird.
It's still
You picked
lagging.
it.
Fuck my life, dude.
Alright, can you hear us?
In auto-tune, I can hear you guys.
Oh.
Have a yellow exclamation point or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good at whatever. It's fuck it. Sorry, YouTube. All right, here we go. I mean, is that the
I
thumbnail?
think Amy hates Jews. Raise your hand. Just kidding.
I can't even hear it. I'm
I think we
so
love them.
That was
sorry.
a joke.
I'm so sorry. I can't even fucking hear you guys. All right, I'm just gonna hit play and see if it works. It might not. Here we go.
I was saying something very important.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm just joking.
Happened.
Oh, it's so
Okay.
it's so fucked.
In December, there
It's
was
fucked,
the thing that everybody was so freaked out about was that there was a
It's
photo
fucked.
of
This is
Trump. There was a photo where from some
It's a still shot of
one of
fucking
Epstein's living rooms or something where there was a
Epstein,
photo of and you could see a photo
Tracey.
of Trump
licking
with some
a bottle nipple.
women at some, I don't know, bikini party or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was removed, and they claimed that it was removed not to protect Trump.
Is it
Sorry,
not
YouTube.
playing
It's
They had
just
for
to
you?
evaluate
audio.
whether the bikini
Video's not
girls
playing for me right now.
needed to have their face.
Play
We're
for
seeing
us.
the video.
I
Playing
think
for
they
us.
decided in that case
Yeah.
that they didn't have to redact their faces.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was there another one from this
Well-
latest round?
No, I thought they dropped. I thought there was some kind of mistake.
How
I
come
don't
it's
know.
playing
was
for
that
us?
loud?
Oh, it came back.
It's amazing.
All right,
But it makes sense
Because my
why they would
internet
do that, right?
sucks
Because
ass.
it's next to Donald Trump, and so
Or
if
my
her face is
computers.
blacked out,
This
they're going to be
computer's
like,
internet
"Oh,
sucks
Trump is
ass.
with a trafficking victim." They're
We're back, though.
obviously
We're good.
thinking about probably how it reflects on Trump every step of the way.
Yeah, and that's what the Democrats did on the
It's a deep
House
state trying to
Oversight
stop me
Committee when
because
they released their own
I say
batch
too many truths. You know
of
what I'm saying?
Epstein files or
They're scared.
records
We're
that they
seeing it
had
all
gotten
Debatable.
through a
The
subpoena
deep
to the
state is
Epstein.
We
so
still have no
scared.
theory
The ones in this DOJ
of his
production
angle.
are duplicative of the ones that had already come out in
Sweat angle?
What did you say? I think
September,
Amy was
October,
saying something,
November
Jordan.
from the Epstein
What's his
Sweat
angle?
angle?
because I guess the DOJ also had possession of the Epstein
Can you pause it,
estate
Jordan?
materials, even though
I'm
I think they
interested.
had
There
kind
you
of
go. Go ahead.
Well,
What were you
what's his
saying?
thesis basically at this like so far? You guys have watched a good amount now, right?
I think his point is that there's nothing there, and everyone's just being like kind of panic. What's he called it? He has like a word for it or two words for it. Panic.
Serial fabulous.
No. He has another word like
Oh.
panic. Panic
Which
pedo, panic pedophilia or something like that.
Yeah.
Pedophilia.
Where
No, pedo panic. Pedo panic.
okay,
Hmm.
people panicking over these, I guess, Epstein files when there's actually nothing there, and
And he doesn't even think there's any other kinds of problems.
He didn't look.
yeah, I think he's an idiot.
Like the ties.
I think he's
like,
pretending to be an
like
intellectual,
the
but
fact
he's actually an idiot.
that Epstein is introducing the former head of Israeli intelligence to be on the board of Palantir, a company that collects data on Americans. Like that's not a problem.
No, he said he was playing Zelda, so he didn't really have time.
He hasn't
to
had
look.
time. Yeah. He's
Oh.
busy. So
I mean, he'll have something for
Mm.
that, I think. Well, that's the thing. I think he'd have an answer for that. The problem is if you bring up, like, hey, these girls were underage, he'd be like, yo, which state? That'd be his answer. Like,
Yeah.
which state? That's where I'm quite concerned. Like, what is this? What's the point of this? What do you get out of this? That's where I'm at,
yeah.
personally. But anyways, let's hit play. Here we go.
not acknowledged that before. I'm not 100% sure exactly.
What is the
But yeah.
what's the have you paid attention to the Elon thing? Because from what I've seen, I've just
Oh,
looked at
the
a few
Elon
emails
stuff.
here and
Okay,
there. I
I'm
haven't
curious what they think.
followed the whole chain. I don't care enough, but it's like
It's
it
so
seems like Elon
salacious.
was like trying to hang out with Epstein, and like Epstein didn't seem not to want to hang out with him, or they ghosted each other a few times.
Okay, so that's an exception to the right-wing reaction I was sketching out before, where I was saying that maybe people are more comfortable settling into this like partisan posture, where because Epstein is now so commingled with a political bludgeon that the Democrats are using against Trump and like the stuff that CNN obsesses with, that some of these more kind of
He's saying the same thing that he's saying.
mainline, still generally Trump supportive
Oh
people.
my god.
For somebody who hasn't been on
are
Twitter,
What are we doing?
Or
he
sound
knows
like
exactly
it.
what
to take
talking
a
about.
antagonistic attitude toward the whole issue. But I guess Elon Musk must be an exception. So
Yeah.
I don't think he hadn't talked about Epstein in months, ever since he, infamously had his big breakup with Trump and then posted that Trump was in the Epstein files, and that's not why they're coming out from like when was that, May or something? I haven't seen him really talk about the issue all that much recently, but
No,
it-
he was talking about it after this. He was
Okay,
saying
okay.
I know, but he started it up again.
Yeah, which is
he-
weird because he's
What?
kind of he's in there. This Brian Johnson guy also was like just lying.
You're moving on now? No, like go over it. What's the word? Like pie on his face. It's major pause. What's the words?
Egg.
Egg. Fuck.
You got that big gay egg.
Egg on his fucking face.
On his face.
He's caught. It's like, I never tried. Listen, I was never on the island. I was never there. My hair plugs are real, right? And then in the emails, it's like, hey man, hey Jeffrey, please, Jeffrey, please, I want to party. Please, Epstein, please bring me. What does Epstein say to his secretary? Like, get rid of this guy. Get rid of him. That was one of the fucking emails. Get rid of this fucking guy.
Get rid of him.
And he's like, He's like, "Oh, can't wait to see you, man." As Jeffrey Epstein's trying to dismiss this fool. It's hilarious. It's actually funny. It's actually comedy. God,
Are they talking about the same thing? It's almost like he's talking about old stuff. And I can't tell because they're not referencing specific, like information. He's not reading anything. He's
No.
not showing anything. I don't know if from what was just said, if Michael Tracy even has seen any of this stuff or not. Like I can't even tell
Yeah,
because
I
Right.
mean,
You can't tell. I know. It's very confusing. It's
that
very
is one of
vague.
certain things you
annoying
can tell, but like this stuff you can't tell. You don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But some of the early stuff is like actually directly referencing emails or photos or whatever the fuck we've seen. That's different. But this one, yeah, I agree on this one. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like who knows what he's talking about? But everything in regards to Elon and the fucking Epstein newly released email stuff, it's like, I mean, there's plenty there to dig on if you're a so-called investigative journalist. But that's just my opinion. Good? Anyone? Or whoever. Sorry, I think it was Amy talking.
No, well, I was just trying to figure out like part of the difficulty is there's just so many files, and so we're
Some things are blatant,
hearing
dude,
different
aren't they?
people's reports. I mean, you'd think he would, but anyway, I'm just saying. So he can either hide behind that, or he might have just seen whatever selection he saw. So that is one of the whole purposes of a giant dump, right? Is so that it.
That was my prediction too. That he's going to be like, it's just a lot of stuff. Like I can't,
Right.
I don't know if it's all real or it's all out of context. Yeah.
Everyone can do that, especially the mainstream media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, you weren't here, Amy, when I mentioned this, where it's like he was like almost doing like an open challenge, like, hey, I've been gone for a few days. Please send me what you got. Almost like pause, hit me with your best shot, basically, right? Of like, send me the most crazy thing that you've seen in the fucking emails, and I will, like, in a way, debunk it. I think that was kind of like what he was kind of saying without directly saying it, in my opinion, at least. So he was. I don't know when this was recorded, so I can't say. But on Twitter, it seemed like he was like, "All right, guys, what did I miss?" Like, hey guys, what did I miss? Because everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people know that this guy fucking has been defending the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's all bullshit. It's a conspiracy theory. It's make believe. It's underage girls luring and trapping Jeffrey Epstein. So like, hit me with your best shot. Major pause. That's what it looked like to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like. And so I think I'm wondering when this was recorded. Although the upload is basically 24 hours ago, right? Yesterday. But whatever. All right.
Let's put a goddamn serial fabulous, whatever he's fucking some smart guy would say.
FABOLOUS. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you gotta have fabulous.
All right, here we go.
Elon and I hate the people who lie about it. So Johnson and Elon were the two big liars who basically were saying, and Elon's worse because he's saying people should go to jail.
Is it me? It's just Michael Tracy,
basically,
like,
saying they had nothing to do with Epstein when it turns out they were emailing Epstein all the time. Not, again, that's not matter.
He needs to drink.
Way, but these people are just very, very
Wait, so what was the lie? The lie was that Elon denied he had ever emailed Epstein?
He needs to eat more fucking peanuts, salted ones.
Epstein, but it's like
how are they fucking?
Yeah, maybe Elon did specifically lie. Brian Johnson lied.
Was it ever determined?
Come on.
I tried to look up this guy.
Who Johnson? Brian Johnson, not the age.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
That guy. Yeah. That History Speaks guy.
Yeah.
Had a thread on it.
Okay, so but
that's Matthew Cockrell, who these guys, I think, argue with.
Cockrell.
Well, I know that guy from watching a video with him and Dave DeCamp talking about the actual number count of dead killed in Gaza. That's why I know that. Mm-hmm. That's why I started following him. History
what
Speaks
does this guy say? Was he minimizing or?
I don't know what he said about uh, Epstein at all.
No, not Epstein, but this guy.
Oh.
I tried to look him up. I heard his name was Dick Hernia, and I
Yeah,
have a hard time
Dick
believing.
Hernia.
Richard
It
Hernia.
cannot be.
Probably gonna be.
I looked that up.
Richard is a
You're
long
looking
name
up
for
porno?
Dick.
Bunch of fucking
looked
gay
up Dick
pornos.
Hernia.
Fucking Dick
Come on,
Hernia.
Amy. Bless your heart, babe. Bless your heart.
Richard is a long name for
fucking
Dick,
heart,
bro.
dude.
Dick Hernia.
There's a PubMedical article called "Bilateral
Just
Large."
don't go to the
Hernia
images, Amy.
with
Yeah,
Ovarian
Amy.
penis, a rare case report.
Careful.
I'm not kidding.
Holy
Amy.
Catholic Christ.
Someone's gonna look at your fucking history and be like, what are you doing?
Do we call him Richard fucking Cheney? We don't. We call him Dick Cheney.
No.
Okay, so like
We call him Dick.
Richard Hernia is Dick Hernia. There you go.
Like Tricky Dick. Yep.
Thank you, Jesse. For that. Anyway.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm dead. I'm actually dead.
Find one,
Yeah.
Like actually.
Yeah.
Who's a CAD technician?
Computer aided
Oh my
drawing.
God.
I did that in school for a little bit. Computer
Did
aided
you?
drawing, right? It's like engineering or
Yeah.
architecture.
Yeah, my daughter took drafting.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't think this is probably the right guy.
Probably better though. Anyways, let's keep it moving. There we go.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Dick Hernia is not
Yeah.
showing
It was
up
the
on my
History
search.
Speaks guy. Had a thread on it.
It's actually
Okay.
funny.
So, but on Wednesday, Musk tweets he retweets a meme saying it says the official Jeffrey Epstein pedophile arrest counter, and it's at 0. It's supposed to be so damning of us all that number is still stuck at 0.
Oh, okay.
And he says,
I'm sorry. I remember my point. The point was that they didn't actually go over anything that Elon was mentioning in regards to the Epstein files. It could be like nothing, as Michael Tracey likes to say. Like, oh, that's nothing. It's just his godfather on his lap, right? Or sorry, godchild or god, whatever the fuck, on his lap, right? But Elon was looking to party, and there's emails about that, and Elon's trying to excuse it away. But that apparently what did not hit these guys' radar at all. Although it became major trending on Elon's own fucking platform that he owns. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Either way, let's keep it moving. Here we go.
Wait, one sec.
Above
It's
0. So
Richard. It's Richard Hanania. Okay,
It's
guys.
Dick
It's not.
Hernia. Go ahead.
It's not.
No, go
That
ahead.
is a medical condition, and that is not a person. Okay.
His name is Dick Hernia. And I will never change that. All right, here we go.
Pedophile arrest
It
counter.
is rare, though.
It's at 0. It's supposed to be so damning of us all that number is still stuck at 0. And he says in his tweet needs to be above 0. So he's calling for arrests of whom? I don't know. I asked him. He didn't reply.
Because it's like he's lying. I mean, that there's something in there that's
Is Michael doing
criminal.
like this is
and
what you
I guess
get?
maybe he's not lying about
As
himself.
he twirls his fucking rat tail.
He thinks he himself should be arrested. I guess
His
that's consistent.
3-strand
I
rat
don't know.
tail.
I mean, can we say for sure that he's lying? Because he seems to be a pretty dedicated pedo panic peddler for a number of years now. Who probably did believe some of these most maximalist theories.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, he's brain damaged. Yeah, you're right.
We are living on planet Earth right now.
And because
I
he
can't
happened to
believe
be
that.
in the news because there were these little emails.
So
of
are
him
these
and
guys
Epstein,
MAGA
I guess
kind of?
he's trying to take the
No.
Is
heat
that
off
it?
himself, saying,
No.
go after
They just want
the
Trump off the
real
hook, or-
pedos,
No.
which are who exactly? Bill Clinton? I mean, that's just what the standard
Yeah, what is the
I get
Clinton
your
thing? Are they
sarcasm,
going to
but-
testify Bill and Hillary? Like, this is kind of
Obviously,
like
they're not doing- they're
you know,
not
this
that.
is a new low to like call a former president.
Well, Hanania is said to be
Yeah, so
a
I mean,
right wing.
think of
Okay.
how amazing that is.
in Wikipedia. However,
No president has testified before
I'm here to
Congress
watch,
since Gerald Ford did so voluntarily
Michael Tracey play with
shortly
his rat
after
tail.
he assumed office as
I'm
president
here for.
for Nixon, after Nixon's resignation, because he thought that it was prudent, given the extraordinary circumstances, to describe his thought process and his reasoning for the pardon of Nixon in
We're nowhere on
a
like
setting
topic.
before Congress, and he had also, just been the House Majority Leader before being nominated as vice president by.
Imagine being like a journalist, investigative journalist, right? And you get like, oh my god, they just released all this shit. and this guy apparently doesn't care about them, like at all, I guess. So I'm like, what are we doing then? Like, what's your point? It's just like, what the fuck? It's just like, what, a minute left? Less than a minute left. What are we doing? It's, yeah, GG's. What? I'll hit play out the rest, but it's just like, what is the point of this? For an investigative journalist, once again, who claims to be like, I'm the debunker of this stuff. And this is his approach, which is to not go over the thing that people are approaching you with. Here we go.
By Nixon the year before, so he had like a connection to the House. But it really never happens.
I'm sure Substack has all the fucking information there.
Maybe I'm actually, hold on a second.
Parts.
There could be one more recent example of something like fairly anodyne, like it wasn't a controversial issue, but yeah, I mean, the Republicans have gone balls to the wall, and because like the Democrats don't want to undercut their own argument against Trump, like a critical mass of them on the House Oversight Committee voted with the Republicans to approve the contempt resolution against the Clintons. So they've been doing negotiations where I guess they come up with some sort of resolution. And I just saw Bill Clinton's, official X account was tweeting today. Look, fine, but we'll do a testimony, but it's got to be a public hearing, which I think would be preferable.
Yeah, midstream, got it.
Hard cut, bro. Hard cut.
Yeah.
Not even outro.
Well, real quick, the Clinton thing. Damn, like, forgive me for being like, for having a brain and eyes and ears, but like, it seems like it'll be like kind of a nothing burger in regards to like what they actually discussed during this Senate hearing or subpoena that the Clintons are going to serve or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't think there's anything like actually coming out of that, personally. But I'm sure it'll be like a spectacle to try to entrance the public to like not care about the actual substance anymore. But then again, like, let's be honest,
it'll come out
easily
after
tricked.
Clinton's dead, probably. It'll be like 5 years after he's dead.
I saw a photo today, unfortunately, but it was old. It was released earlier. It was like Epstein kind of, but not Epstein, Jesus Christ, Clinton, butt ass naked, with a chick who's doing a massage.
Yeah, and he's on like a hotel bed or some shit. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's an actual photo, I think. Like that's that's been going around since like the Pizzagate days, probably before
You
too.
think he likes
that was
women?
Allegedly from 2020, allegedly, but I can't say no. I didn't see that until today. Then I like kind of extra referenced it to find out it was from earlier on. And yeah. But Grok, hold on, real fast, Amy. Grok thought it was Trump.
Oh god!
And Grok's been making some mistakes, some little mistakeys lately, in regards to images. It's like it seemed like contextual, I guess, language. Okay, it's about the Epstein files, and this is what's popping off. So thus, it's this person or that person, and I mean like multiple photos. Meanwhile, like, you can see who it is, technically. But go ahead, Amy. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I thought Obama was into dudes.
Oh my god.
Obama's
winning right now because of the monkey video. Obama's like, W, thanks guys. Thanks for the easy win. Thank you for like reviving my name, but also make me look good while you do it. Easy W.
W.
But all right. Either way, there's your video. Yeah, please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree, but like, it'd be hard to, once again, once they leave out so much information, it's hard to agree with what they're saying versus like what other people are saying. I'll say that because for me, intellectually, it's like that's difficult to do because they didn't really say much
So,
and they had so much room to do so. What's up?
is there any kind of theory of, or is it just that people were mistaken and they made a big deal out of it and it was a nothing burger, according to Michael Tracey, that this is all a waste of time and a big diversion, or what's his thesis really? You don't know?
I'm trying to figure that out, but some of the things
Mhm.
I've heard are more so in the realm of these girls wanted money and they're like, "Hey man, let's lie about let's lie about our ages to get close to Epstein to get his money." Epstein's kind of being taken advantage of or extorted.
Wow.
Fuck, what else? Everyone that like questions the story is apparently
He's gay.
thinking in the realm of like, hey, this is a Pizzagate, full blown Pizzagate like conspiracy thing instead of like actually looking at evidence like a real journalist does. And it's a mishmash of mental gymnastics and pseudo intellectuality. That's my personal opinion of it. But you may read that differently, right? If you look at more of Michael's work and his takes, you may see something different. But for me personally, I see a pseudo intellectual. Um, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Funding journalism or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean,
Like something
obviously,
lame.
it's
You good?
just it's terrible to have no structure and kind of editorial oversight. It's obviously terrible to have corporate oversight or some kind of an agenda that's interested in propaganda oversight. So obviously, not having all the voices to be constrained by such a system is an improvement. But then we have this thing where everyone can just be doing this for any kind of reason, and it's just difficult to, I don't know, figure out.
I wish I knew, but I
And I
I
also
truly don't
just
know.
feel it's very loose in the sense that as long as people will send money, then
Pause.
you can do it.
Major
And
pause. But go ahead.
but like that kind of rough collection doesn't necessarily give a structure of that requires certain kinds of standards. So this is going to be a challenge for journalism. And you probably heard about the big layoff of journalists from the Washington Post, and that's been a trend in journalism of getting rid of journalists and paring things down and investing less in allowing people to spend their time researching and interviewing people and exploring, doing the work. So I
Fair
think
enough.
that trend will continue, and then we get people that do what they feel like doing, if as long as people will pay them to do it or they can monetize. So what will be the quality controls? Maybe something will evolve, but I'm not seeing it right yet too much.
I personally try to judge by people's own stated ideas of things. Not that someone can't be like full of shit or lying, right? I leave that to intuition. But I'm saying like as far as like outward arguments, I make it based on like what do you say you're about? If you say you're about this and you behave this way, like well, I think you're being hypocritical by your own standard, not my standards, by your standards. You're being hypocritical. And Michael Tracey has crossed that boundary uh, a bit. A bit. I'll say a bit. It seems like that's the case. Uh, so thus, I judge that so. It is what it is. I judge it as so. Sorry, Michael, but you claim to be like doing like the ultimate version of journalism on this topic. But meanwhile, it seems like I don't know what it is. Honestly, some sort of like, hyper bias
Well,
or
you have this other issue, right? With the traditionally you have a wall between the journalism in the relatively objective news reporting versus the commentary section, right?
okay.
So
Uh,
you have that traditional segregation, And of course, the journalism
his
has a
brand,
bias.
Not his brand, though, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying it sounds to me like he wants to have.
God damn, bro.
I'm sorry. That was
Just
so
drop your
random.
tenor track.
That was so
Who
random.
pressed that, bro?
It wrecked me. All right, go ahead.
He wants to have the debate about these issues, and it sounds like a lot of the Me Too stuff. And that's a valid debate, but so it seems to me that might be what
For
he's
Michael
focused
Tracey,
on.
do you believe that?
Yeah.
Man,
It's
I don't believe
possible.
that. Okay, it's possible, but I personally don't believe that. So that's why I can't go there right now. I see too much.
Well,
I mean, this would be like cognitive dissonance to the fucking max. Like this motherfucker's jumping off walls. That's how far he's gone, I think, personally. But go ahead.
Well, it's just that if he feels that is a
Shut up.
a direction that
Jesus Christ.
Why can I still hear this person when I muted him?
I've got my cock in my hand right
It's
now.
called the soundboard, Amy. I have to deal with it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy mutes me. It's not even me, bro. I love that shit.
I don't think it was. I
shouting.
don't think it was you, prop. But
No, I muted Chief Curry Sauce.
yeah, Chip.
Oh,
But
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
She's
He would
like,
be
why do I
hard
have
to
them
deal with,
muted if I
dude.
can still hear?
Much better. Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, I just feel like it's possible that he thinks this debate needed to take place, and so he's using this as the place to focus it around. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the biggest issue, which is kind of weird. Isn't the biggest issue if he's enabling
This is my life, dude. By the way.
surveillance of Americans?
They're gonna soundboard the fuck with you, but they're actually just fucking with me only. Like you don't hear
I love
them,
the
but I
soundboard.
I hear it. That's fuck my life, dude.
The soundboard's amazing.
Take that, Amy. Take that. It's like
Do not come.
It's only fucking with Jordan the whole time. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck? It's like, but Amy got it though. Didn't hear it.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, she didn't hear it. Sorry, go ahead, Amy.
Yeah, it sucks.
Never mind. It's
Life
okay.
sucks, man.
Amy,
I mean, life's
say your
awesome.
point, Amy. What's your point?
I mean, life's
Amy,
tough.
you're literally you're making a point, and then Harrison or somebody was playing a sound of someone like moaning in the background.
And honestly, it was pretty
really
good.
funny.
Just because the
It was
timing
Chip,
of it,
but
it's pretty
God.
good timing. Yeah, I
Sorry.
gotta say.
Anyway,
We gotta respect that. So
I don't actually.
why
My
not?
internet's killing it
That's a
again.
little flavor to the conversation.
Right, wrap it up,
So,
guys. My fucking internet's dying.
It does. It does. It's like a little,
Everyone's auto tuning right now.
garnished.
I can't hear anyone.
It's
exactly,
garnished.
it's chicken garnish, and you know you need a garnish. So.
Everyone's voices are all fucked because my internet's
Tracey
fucked.
once and for all.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna
I
just
need
end the
it
video
to
really
be-
fast because it's fucked.
What are you
Or
doing?
actually, I can try it.
Oh,
You know what?
oh.
Let me do this. Let me come back and. Yeah, I'm redlining.
Make sure you
here.
leave a link to Tracy's.
Oh, it's so fucked. Sorry, YouTube. It's actually fucked. It's actually fucked. I'm sorry. My internet is so fucked. I think it's the weather, probably. I apologize. As you can see, my Discord loves me so much. I'm gonna quit Discord and then go back into it and see if it works. I'm sorry, dude. Like, it is what it is. Welcome to punk rock content. Let's see if it lists me on. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna like end the video. Oh, it's so fucking wrecked. I think it's wrecked. You can't see this, but like my shit is like full blown like loading screen. Checking for updates. All right, I'm just gonna end this. I'm sorry. All right, there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. There's Michael Tracey's. I'm curious what people think. Like, what is what is his motives in regards to all this? I'm very curious. So please tell me in the comment section. And also, like, I mean, it's rough because I had a video that got fully blocked, like after a period of time. So I assume I got like reported, which is also weird. But it is what it is, man. People do what they do. Bots do what they do. I'm trolling. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section. Maybe be a little bit careful, because my own personal experience. That's all I can say, right? It's my personal experience. So please be careful. Don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please, am I back? I'm back. Okay, I'll just join real fast and just end this shit.
He must be
Am I back?
compromised or something.
All right.
Oh yeah, we heard. So like, if anybody says that to him, then he freaks out and he's like, look at all these exaggerators and serial fabulous. They think everybody's a pedophile, blackmail. Like he's waiting for someone to say that because that's what he wants to respond to. That's the only thing he can respond to, because he can be like, "Oh, this is so
he might not be
outrageous."
compromised, but he could be traumatized by Jordan Cheriton getting fired from TYT. That's my theory.
Can I do this real fast? Because I was already in the middle of it.
Yes.
And
because they were friends.
I didn't know I was coming back.
Take back your show, Jordan.
Oh, what are you trying to do?
Take back your show.
Please join the Discord if you feel like. All opinions are welcome. Also, please, please enjoy the links that I major pause that I provide for you.
Enjoy the links. Oh my god! Get a better outro, please.
Wait, I don't.
We're very.
I don't usually say that. I don't usually say that.
Enjoy the links.
No, like I don't say that normally. Like you guys threw me off guard.
Okay, sorry.
Enjoy them if you want.
Listen, you guys, my internet fucked up my timing. Okay, so like. Anyways, enjoy my links.
Still keep us here
in the description box.
Enjoy my links.
Like, but they're not like connected. You know what I'm saying? They're like separate from each other. Like, but it's like link, then link, then link. You know what I'm saying? And then you can like take all of them if you want to.
I got you.
Please take care of that.
Can I make
in the
one
description
quick
box.
clarification before you go? Can I make
Amy's
one
something to say?
Okay.
Clarification?
I'm sorry, the sound works.
On Brave AI, it says the term
Holy
dick
fuck,
hernia
that's loud.
is not a medical term. Okay.
There's Amy.
Oh, it's not, but that's his name though.
Again.
So it's crazy. It's like a name. It's not a medical condition. It's his name, Dick Hernia.
It is a medical
Late night with Amy.
It's not. It's
Girl,
his
that's
name.
like the fourth time.
Inguinal hernia.
It's his fucking name. Okay. Or anyways.
It isn't. It's Hanania. Hanania.
It's
Say
Dick
it.
Hernia.
It's Palestinian.
GG's.
Hanania.
GG's. Anyways, so please, most importantly, most fucking importantly, give this video a thumbs down. Chip, here's your time. There you go. Give me a better soundboard one than that. Try again.
Richard the Lionheart. He was a crusader.
Try again, Chip. Different soundboard. Try one.
It's Dick Hernia.
I think the soundboard's funny.
Stop try to make anything else happen.
Shut up, Jesse. Chip. Give this video a thumbs down.
Jesse didn't even say anything.